Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream, where we have a ton of news, and I have a strict deadline on to when to finish it. So we're gonna try to. It's gonna be one of those weeks where we got a bunch to go through. So we're gonna try to keep things on track. We're gonna try not to tangent. I have the foresight in my brain that I'm like, we got to stay on topic. We got to just keep moving along. So apologies if we don't get as many audience questions in. Jamie's World has been a member for 9 months.
Unless you super chat.
Unless you super chat, in which case we will stop and address it. Jamie's World has been a member for 9 months. Can't believe it. He says, how's everyone doing? I think we're doing pretty good. And he says, how's the weather? Here in the UK, it's freezing, -5 degrees. It's definitely not that cold here, which is nice. That sounds awful. I hate cold. I hate bitter cold like that. I've also never experienced negative temperatures because I live in a desert where it gets cold, but not that cold. All right, anyways, I should introduce my co-host. We got Fighter Cows. Say hi.
Wields and Muteki wanted me to say this to Dark Claw, which is, so, heard you discovered HeroClub.com, huh?
Yes, what a lovely site.
And
it's such a lovely site. It's such a lovely site we have.
Oh, Spiderus Prime reminded me it's Mickey Mouse's birthday. I should have worn my Mickey Mouse shirt. I don't know why I'm wearing.
Oh, that explains what's here.
Hank, no! What's Hank doing? He's strangling the poor boy back there.
Oh yeah, This is what happens when you have Giant Man, in giant size form too long. He's kidnapped Chopper. He told me I get him back when my work is done for the day.
Is he going full Yellow Jacket right now?
I think so. I mean, the PEM particles are messing with his brain. He's been that size for like 3 weeks now. So, yesterday was Char Aznable's birthday. Not to be confused with Charles Aznable, the musical artist that Char Aznable is named after.
I never knew that.
I found that out by watching the Muppet Show where Charles Aznable showed up. Someone else said, what was it? Kaiji1954 said, did you get your Kamen Rider collection copy? Yes, I got my Media Blasters Kamen Rider Trilogy Blu-ray in. I filmed the review today. Review will go out Wednesday. We will talk about it briefly as part of the news as well. But full review on Wednesday. That's going to be the plan there. I got a shipping notice for my Digimon the Movies collection, but I did not get a shipping notice for Kamen Rider V3 yet. So
I'm convinced Ben Dash slip a 20 to the Crunchyroll store and get his copy early.
I think he just lives close. Anyways, so cool stuff coming up. There's gonna be a lot of Blu-ray reviews just coming in the near future because there's some cool.
When's your Blu-ray quarterly video?
Blu-ray haul's not till the end of next month.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
There's gonna still be stuff in that's not gonna get separate videos. Like I got Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 in. We got the I Love Lucy complete set in. Like we'll talk about those in the Blu-ray haul. But there's going to be some stuff coming up.
Have you got your Blazar 6? I think I saw people get their Blazar set.
It's supposed to be out next Tuesday, but I haven't gotten mine yet.
I think people got their earlies, which is got theirs early. I saw got theirs.
Spin Dash is like, I don't actually. That's the wild part. Usually Crunchyroll store will just take closer to a week. Yeah, it usually takes forever for me to get stuff from Crunchyroll. So there's that. I'm gonna, pop over to our PSA section. Here's last week's videos. MJ Klein, the Kamen Rider Blu-ray trilogy does have Kamen Rider World on it. And an introduction video to explain what Kamen Rider World is. Which
I think a lot of people don't know. Which I think a lot of people don't know about that.
So last week's videos, on Wednesday, we did Why Are Manga Sizes So Different? A video inspired by Ryan. Threw the idea out and I was like, sure.
I did well.
I went on a 3-hour like Barnes and Noble like research trip / I gotta find this X-Men manga, and I had to go to a second store to get it. But that actually did really well, so expect more manga videos as soon as I come up with something different.
I first thought the X-Men manga was the size of a comic trade, then you show your Ghost in the Shell, you showed the Ghost in the Shell one's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's like close to it, but it's definitely it's closer to comic size than manga normally is. That was a fun video, and then I did my Every Storm action figure I own on Friday because I wanted to delay the Kamen Rider trilogy review by a few days for some information. That was fun, and I will post a YouTube short version of that will get 14 times the views, just like all the other Every.
Do you have any in the movie or X-Men Evolution Storm figures?
I don't have the Evolution Storm, but I do have the Holly Berry movie Storm. But I couldn't find her. She's in the box with my Savage Land Storm and my like classic white suit Storm with the little light up feature. Like I have more Storms, just like I have more Wolverines. I just can't find any of my Toy Biz stuff. It's just like vanished. Like I don't know what happened. But if you guys missed the Storm video, go check it out. Storm is a tough character to cover in YouTube space because SEO doesn't know how to differentiate Storm, the Marvel character, from Storm,
And Storm, the winner.
meteorological event. Yeah. So go check that out if you haven't. That was a fun one. That video as well, when I was watching it, I think the third time I watched it back, I realized, oh, I did a history of Storm toys in this video, like inadvertently. Like,
practically, besides the minus the Toy Biz and such figures.
Yeah, like I ended up talking about like costume versions and like why was Storm in these punk clothes and why is this costume this color? Like I kind of went in depth in it. That's fun. And then last week's shorts as well was the Deadpool and Wolverine Marvel Legends wave, the movie one. So we did Deadpool, Headpool, and Logan in the first one, and then Wolverine in the second one. As you can see, just like with the other Wolverine and Deadpool shorts I've done, there is like Wolverine gets 4 times as many views as Deadpool.
Is that bright yellow?
It's that bright yellow, or it's just that character is just that much more popular. Yeah, Spendash says, ironic considering the toys don't stipulate Marvel's Storm. Yeah, a bunch of them just come out and it's just Storm. It's not Marvel's Storm. But anyways, those
I guess you could. Well, I don't think you could trademark the Storm. You can't trademark the word Storm.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But I also don't think nobody else is using Storm as a character name. So
I mean, there's Storm Collectibles, the company.
Yes, but they're Storm Collectibles, not just Storm.
Storm. Yeah.
But anyways, those shorts were fun to put together.
So you're saying there's a chance to use Storm as just a name?
There's a chance. I think Marvel will come after you though.
And then you can go. Then you can go. You don't know the rights to the main. You don't know rights to the word Storm.
Yes. All right. Next up, Haslab Ecto 1 has 14 days, 6 hours left. So if you're wanting to back this, get in on it.
The FOMO. I reached the FOMO.
2 weeks.
Soon.
2 weeks. You got 9,257 backers out of 12,000. I think the FOMO bump will push it over. But if you're doing it, just do it now so we can just get the numbers up. And then lastly, tonight, which is the reason why today's stream has to be a little shorter. Tonight, assuming nothing changes, again, Wheels and I will be interviewing Kyle Wodaga from Super 7. He's one of the designers who works on the Ultimate lines. That'll be happening at the Hero Club YouTube channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. Here is the link to that. So you can go subscribe to the Hero Club YouTube channel as well.
I'll be there too, just not
And remember, people, if Kaus isn't there, you go ask, where's Kaus?
Yeah, and Kaus will be our chat sheriff, so he'll be keeping an eye on things. We will be taking questions from the chat for this interview, so it will be a fun experience. It's going to be totally live. It's not like pre-recorded or anything. But we got some questions to ask him. So if you guys want to check that out, that'll be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you miss it, it will be there will be a video on demand version put up as well. So there'll be
video on demand. Video on demand. So it's gonna be on they have cable.
I know it sounds like that, but that's what VOD stands for. So
that's true.
It's like the video is there, and you just click on it, and there you go.
And let's hope in this scenario, some sneaky gremlin doesn't sneak to Kyle Woko's house and cut his internet cable.
Yes, so we're hoping, because we had to postpone from last week, but assuming so, we will be doing that. That'll be 2 hours after the stream ends, approximately. So that is that. Ryan, would you like to get us a rundown of everybody in our chat while I pull up our first pieces of news?
Welcome, 94 Kun, Blade Raider, Jamie's Grill, Mr. Nuki, Muteki, Robots, Cynthia Rajani, Spindas, and SG4 Jason. Welcome, everybody. I feel like MJ Klein, I'm in JoJo, because that's the biggest problem I have with the YouTube for spin thing. It's in the show everybody that was in the chat. I know that's specifically oh, welcome,
well,
Dr.
you can
Grid.
see participants.
Yeah, but sometimes
participants doesn't load everybody. That's kind of the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I see more people loading it now.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know that's welcome, Excel Ranger. Welcome, LPH.
We'll give everybody a minute to to chime in.
Welcome, Hellfire.
All right. Okay, cool. I just made sure I'm not doxing myself with an Amazon link. We're doing good. We're doing good today, guys.
Oh boy, yeah.
You always
Don't do that again.
always have to make sure.
I always got to make sure I'm like, because they will, even if I'm logged out, they will go.
I said that Ranger Donnie. Today marks 3 decades since Star Trek Generations launch in cinemas. I believe that movie on Paramount Plus recently.
All right, and as Jeremy Carr says, be sure to hit the like button, and if you want to join in our text chat, you need to be subscribed, because that is how I set it up. So hit that subscribe button if you want to join. Let's get to the news, and there will be a jump scare when I switch the news because of the picture they used of an actor in this Blue Sky post. So I just want to warn everybody that there's just going to be a giant face like suddenly on the screen. Anyway, because he's staring at me right now. All right, so we're starting with entertainment news. Oh, it's not as big on the stream. It's like gigantic on my monitor. It's just like I don't know why they couldn't get like a. Does AJ Lacoscio not have like a further headshot? This one is like super close up. Anyways. The Power Rangers Rita's Rewind video game, which is a upcoming beat 'em up, vintage style beat 'em up. They announced the cast of who is playing the characters. So AJ Lacoscio, who played Gambit in X-Men '97, is going to be playing the Red Ranger, Zordon, and Alpha 5. Christina V, who you may know as Hyperforce Black Ranger, among many other roles.
I'm totally not for many roles. Yes.
Yes. I just was like, let's just go with the Power Ranger connection. Then we have Isaac Robinson Smith, who you might know as X-Men '97 Bishop, who is going to be the Black Ranger. Holly Cho, who's X-Men '97 Jubilee, is going to be the Yellow Ranger. And then James Williams is going to be playing the Green Ranger, Bones, Goldar, and a redacted surprise. As far as I could tell, he hasn't been in X-Men.
I know, he's a newer actor. And
then Allie Dixon will be voicing Robo Rita, and Dana Rich. Sometimes when they use handles and they don't put the name, I'm like Dan Amrich will be voicing the Blue Ranger,
and he's part of the staff of Digital Clips. For him.
So,
but yeah,
cool.
I do love half the cast is X-97.
It's funny because Saban Productions back in the day wanted an X-Men Power Rangers crossover to happen for like years, but they just couldn't figure out, like, do we animate the Power Rangers? Do we put the X-Men in live action? How do we do this? They kept pushing for it. They're like, we need to make this happen. It's their 2 biggest shows. Why is there no crossover? And it just never materialized because they're like, how do we do it? Anyways, so it's like halfway to an X-Men crossover because half the X-Men cast is half the Rangers. So that's pretty cool.
I'm not sure you guys seen the gameplay videos, but the sprite animation in this game is so beautiful. Like some of the best sprite animation I've seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of gameplay previews out there for it, which is pretty nice. Okay, now to completely pivot, and I don't want this to become like a long-term like discussion because it easily could be. We're just gonna go plain and simple. Disney sucks ass. So this was a story that came out over the weekend. I just mostly want to recap this so that people are aware. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur has 10 more episodes that have yet to air. The series has been officially canceled, but they were given an extra 10 in order to finish out their storylines. One of these 10 episodes focuses on Brooklyn, who has been a supporting character of the show since season 1, and it is about her being a trans athlete. Now, animators and staff working on the show were told by Disney the episode was being pulled because of the current political situation, which is stupid because Disney is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And what are they scared of here? I have no idea, because they are already putting out a show that has been promoting diversity and inclusion since the beginning. In addition to this, it just seems like a double standard, and it's not the first time Disney has done this. The other really frustrating part is that
What was the first time? What was the first time?
Not specifically with trans athletes characters, but just in general LGBTQIA characters being in shows, and then those shows either being sidelined or removed from airing. It's happened.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, this happened because like that's the thing is, like something like the Owl House that got
Yeah.
canceled and all that stuff. But I can't think of a time where they. I think my problem with this is they never listen. Like this is the first time where I've seen like Disney really care about the political climate. Like why now do you
See,
care about the
the
political
problem with
climate?
Disney as a company, and as we've discussed it a long time, is that Disney as a company is so terminally online that they ruins their business and kneecaps them all the time. We see it happen all the time. They always go into, like, it happens with Star Wars a lot. Like they just are like, oh no, the trolls online are mad. We better pull back from doing this. And it's like nobody cares besides the trolls online, and why are you like listening to them? I will say that there was a statement from Disney, which is, I don't take this with any salt, but we have to at least throw it in here. According to a source at Disney, this is a source for Polygon, the decision to hold the episodes made more than a year ago. That doesn't make any sense because more than a year ago, these episodes didn't exist. And this episode is fully produced, by the way.
Yeah, it was a
it leaked online.
online. Super chat $2. Man, Disney now Diesel and Gladiator 2 LGB. So wait, what?
Oh, so like basically, the thing is that Muteki has this sense of humor that comes off a little dry. But basically, Muteki's talking about how like in Gladiator 2, Denzel Washington's character was supposed to have like overt LGBTQ implications because it's like ancient Rome and there's no concept of like sexuality labels in that time period. But they pulled back on it in editing because I don't know why. Also, that movie's kind of a mess from what I've heard, but I don't know the
Stupid.
full story there.
I don't
Anyways,
even know if it needed a sequel, honestly.
Disney's statement says it's not. They said the decision was based on the specific episode, not because of the character being trans, and that the episode is not specifically banned from airing, but being held. That's a bunch of word salad that means nothing. And the thing is that I think that it's just Disney being stupid as usual and looking way too much into the online commentary and being spineless as hell, which is
You know
nothing
what?
different for Disney.
You know, it's so funny because I'm
Also,
not.
the
Have you seen
episode's
that?
fantastic, and it's
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
complete too. There's no reason to be
Because
holding it back.
yeah, no, you would because the funniest thing about this whole thing is Disney themselves are the villain of the episode.
Yeah.
Like the whole episode is the episode was about like a volleyball match between the main the squirrels, the sports team of Moon Girls school, and a rival school, and the coach who's the villain episode. I heard that Brooklyn was born a boy, and goes like they have a boy on their team, and there's a great moment in
And the
the
coach
episode
is
where
just like, yeah, you're
so
telling me like this is news. Like,
dude, yeah, I love that. That was like one of my favorite moments in the
yeah,
episode.
the
That
best line too is like he's like, Brooklyn is a girl and she's playing on the girls
girl,
volleyball team.
yeah, and it's essentially the
Yeah.
whole episode's about like the episode's called gatekeeping, and it's all about being locked behind the door. It's so ironic, it's sadly ironic about the episode being about being locked behind a door, and but
Yeah.
Disney literally doing that to this episode. It's
Mr.
very
Suzuki said,
tragic.
I'm honestly surprised it got completed. I figure what Disney would have killed the script before it got to voice recording, let alone animation. That's why I don't believe for a second the decision was made over a year ago. Over a year ago, we heard that they were just got the approval to do season 2B. You know, like this was not like this was a recent decision, and Disney can try to backpedal all they want. But the funny part is that Disney enacted the Streisand effect once again by doing this. This is something we would not have heard about. This episode would not have gotten the attention it did, except for the fact they tried to bury the episode, and now it's getting more attention than it ever would have before.
I think essentially it's very tragic that this episode had to be locked behind because there's very few at least cartoon episodes, especially aimed for a young audience, that actually has a literal trans character saying they're trans and talk about the struggles of being a trans woman. Because a lot of times, a lot of cartoons try to use like in months. There's a lot of times had to do to studio mandates. Had to metaphor it, very allegory. This is a straight up a trans episode about a trans girl dealing with struggles in her life, and it's so sad that this episode is locked behind.
And what's
because this
great
is a
about the
very
episode is
strong episode.
this is an episode that builds on the whole show and the fact that there's been multiple trans characters in the show since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's, it was like, oh, we finally got a focus episode for Brooklyn is kind of what I felt like watching it. But instead Disney, Blade Raider says they say the cover up is worse than the crime. Yeah, like there's no crime besides banning the episode, but then trying to cover it up is just like making it look ridiculous. The point is that Disney is a company that releases so many things. They have so many LGBTQ IA plus employees and fans, and they constantly let them down, like every like step of the way. And this is just another example of it. And it's behavior that I'll always continue to call out because there is no one to blame here but Disney.
Yeah, and it's so baffling how Disney treats Moon Girl Down Dinosaur because clearly someone at the Marvel side of the team really legitimately loves the show because they had Lanilla and Devil crossover with the new Lego Avengers short special, and there was a crossover episode of the Spidey's Amazing Friends, same voice actors and everything. So there's clearly people at Marvel, the Marvel side that fully support the show and wants to have this version of Lanilla be the
Not to mention has backing from
the
people like Lawrence Fishburne.
Fishburne, yeah. It clearly has because everybody behind the scenes loves the show, but Disney themselves, and that is such a crime because this show is one of the best. Not just Marvel cartoons, but one of the best cartoons I've seen in a long time.
And it's also like it just shows how Disney is just in like we're just gonna make money mode, and they don't actually care about what they're making, which you can tell from their lineup of movies this year.
I mean, that's the thing. Disney never gives a crap about their Disney television anime, but this is like the one time they do.
Yeah. And so, I just hope that we talked about backlash. I hope the backlash is strong enough that the episode still comes out on Disney Plus because
it better.
It better. And yeah, Master Ben, exactly to the point. Disney I even put this in my notes. Disney are spineless cowards is what I titled this story because that's what it is. But on that note, I think it's time to move on to some Blu-rays, where we'll also talk about where Disney hates things. All right, Blu-ray news. Okay, so Sorry, I want to say Wicked. I'm thinking about Wicked because I'm going to go see it this week. I'm very excited for Wicked. Sorry, anyways, Willow is getting a 4K Blu-ray release. And it is coming out in this nice looking steelbook. Reminder that the Willow TV show that was on Disney Plus got
tax write-off.
Got tax write-off and thrown in a bin. I finished watching that show before it got removed, and it was kind of awful.
Yeah, I remember you asking about it because I was a big Willow fan.
Yeah,
how bad was it?
God, it's one of those things. It's like
so unfocused. I don't know.
It was so unfocused. It didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know what story it wanted to tell. It just was like it was just all over the place, and I wanted to like it, and it was annoying too because it was like, hey, look at this nice diverse cast, but then it's just like, look at this dog shit writing. Like it was just it couldn't make up its mind what it wanted its story to be. They Luke Skywalkered Willow. So he's just sad and grumpy the whole time. There's like
he had depression beard.
He actually did. Yeah, he did have depression beard. It wasn't as strong because I think Warwick Davis just can't grow a beard, but it was there, and he was wearing like gray clothing and everything. And then adding to that, like they did this thing that bugged the crap out of me. They kept playing like pop songs during like scenes in the show,
and that was like, weird.
Why are we running away from a troll by like a top 100 single is playing? Like,
I think Disney put the wrong troll movie on.
Yeah, like it felt as out of place as like the songs in the Super Mario movie from Illumination, where it's like, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be in a fantasy kingdom. Why are you playing me pop songs? I didn't mind it when they did it for like the end credits songs, like that I didn't have a problem with. But it's like in the show, keep the fantasy setting. Anyways, that show shouldn't have been thrown in the trash though. Even though it wasn't great. The funniest part was that they the end of
doesn't matter the quality. No art should be thrown out like
away.
That.
Yeah. The thing too, and this will be the last point on the show. It ended with like a tease that was like, "This is the end of book 1," and it had 5 other books on the shelf. I'm like, you thought you were getting 6 seasons? Anyways.
Oh man, never do that.
Never do that. Especially nowadays in TV, assume you have one season. Just assume you have one.
Yeah,
You get a
always assume.
second. You get a
Have like
second. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like, I was like, always assume you're gonna be the last season, but at least put like, if you do get another season, at least have some like thing that like
Yeah, like
could
don't make it
have
so conclusive that you don't. Yeah, but like don't pretend like you have multiple seasons guaranteed. Anyways, so the Willow movie is coming out in 4K. No word on the transfer because a lot of people were pointing out the American Graffiti 4K was pretty rough. The other bummer, if you live in the U.S., you can only buy it as a steelbook.
because Disney just like Disney just because this is under the Disney Fox thing, right?
Yes, it is. It's under the Disney Lucasfilm Fox thing. So
Did I say
yeah.
Fox? I mean Disney Sony.
Disney
Sorry.
Sony, yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Disney Sony just really likes steelbooks.
They
For some
really
reason.
do. Like a lot of like the thing is like Inside Out 2, the only way to get the 4K is to buy the steelbook. Like there's no
look,
standalone 4K.
and that's annoying because I mean it's a bit annoying because if you're not a steelbook guy, like
Yeah.
oh well, like at least like I mean the only good thing is at least it's consistency, I guess, because if every release is gonna be steelbook for, at least it's gonna have at least some sort of consistency on your shelf, sort of.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
still
like,
annoying because steelbooks always get charged. The reason they're doing it is because
yeah,
they can
there's
charge more for a steelbook than a standard.
no, yeah, definitely.
That being said, internationally in like the UK, you can get a standard 4K as well as a steelbook. So I don't know what's going on, but that's a thing. You guys ready for some more Blu-ray news? Any last thoughts
Yes.
on Willow? Cows?
I hope this Blu-ray is good. I mean, I love this movie to death. I have it on DVD and VHS. I might as well get it on Blu-ray too.
I have never seen the movie.
I watched.
Oh, really?
I watched the
Huh.
movie for the first time before watching the show.
Is it like what? Is it like?
I love that movie.
Is it like Hobbit or no? Or like?
It's charming. It's really charming. It's
Yeah,
a really
it
charming,
really.
like fun fantasy film. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny because when I think Lawrence Davis films outside of like his role in Star Wars, you know what film I think of first?
What?
I think of the Leprechaun horror movie
Oh yeah.
series. That's what I think of because I really loved it. Lawrence Davis is the Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I hope this is a good release. All right, next up, I jinxed this somehow. The Penguin is coming to Blu-ray in February. So The Penguin just finished airing a week ago on HBO.
How was it? Quick thoughts? Like
so
just like
quick
very
thoughts.
quick.
I didn't watch it weekly. I was like, I'll just watch it later. And so on Thursday I watched, or no, it was last Monday I watched episode 1. I think I talked about watching episode 1. It was I watched episode 2 on Friday, and then on Saturday I was like, I'll watch a couple episodes of The Penguin. I watched the rest of the show in like one go while doing laundry and stuff.
So that means you really enjoy it.
I really
guess.
liked it. I really liked it. It is definitely not like for everybody. It is definitely like a hard R crime drama, like Scarface type show. I absolutely think that they've done the best work they've done that anybody's done with the Penguin in decades. Like they actually like I'm like I look at him like, oh no, you belong up there with Joker and Two-Face and Riddler of like you're a maniac. You're a maniac and a monster, and I can't wait for Batman to find you. Which is great because a lot of these villain-led projects lately have been like, let's turn him into an anti-hero. None of that here.
I was ironic because I think Penguin's one of the few characters that you could actually be making like a gray, like not anti, but a gray area character.
Yeah, you could. And they're just like, no, we're gonna make him a full monster. Like the stuff that happens, and it's just like it's that crime drama stuff where just like twists and turns and like things are happening and you're like, who's gonna come out on top? And the final shot of the show made me laugh. It was so good.
Question: did anyone take off their shirts and reveal there's a penguin like tattoo on the behind their back?
No, we didn't have that. But
what?
No, Oswald Cobblepot, Harold, the House of the Cobblepot.
Head of the Cobblepot family.
Yeah, none of that. But
Tojo Clan subsidiary.
Yeah,
they're that's pretty good. I forgot my train of thoughts. Anyways, 4K and Blu-ray and DVDs. So if you want the show, they're giving you it on all formats. I also thought shout out to Mick Giacchino, who's the composer. He's the son of Michael Giacchino, and he did a great job with the score on this movie. The Penguin theme that they have is so good. I'm like, oh, that fits That fits the character great.
Which Kuchina did the film score?
Michael
Was that-
Giacchino.
Okay, so yeah, passing
Yeah.
the torch of his from father to son.
Yeah, it's also kind of like Michael Giacchino did Rogue One, and his son Mick is doing Skeleton Crew. It's like they're kind of getting him into the industry by like working on things that his father worked on, so it kind of gives him like a nice like audio language to kind of work with to get him rolling, which I think is cool. Mr. Doogie says he's really dressed in the BTAS outfit in the show, or is that a Photoshop? I won't say spoilers, but yes. He got the last 90 seconds of the show, I was just like, you have perfectly teed him up to show up in Batman 2. Not as like the main villain, but just like as him being there. And I like that. It's also one of those things where I watch it and like, if you don't want to watch a hard R gangster crime drama, you don't have to. You'll probably be fine just watching the Batman Part 2. But it's like if you like gangster dramas, or if you're a big like Batman comics fan and you love like, some of the name drops of like Salvatore Maroni and like the Falcone crime family, that's the kind of show you might enjoy as well. So I liked it. I really did. I thought it was
It's
great.
right up my alley the way you're describing it.
Yeah, I think it would be. It was great. And also Oz Cobblepot or Oz. No, they changed his last name to Cobb instead of Cobblepot. But that's the thing is, I think it was smart making it Cobb because he's still Oswald. He's like Oswald Cobb, but everyone calls him Oz. I know people are like, "Oh, why'd they change the name?" But I was like, Cobblepot works when he has the origin of like he was a rich family, but the family lost all their money thing. Whereas like this version of Oz is like his family started poor and in the streets and were preyed upon by crime, and they ended up becoming part of crime because of it. So it fits better with him having kind of an off vowel like normal name like Cobb as opposed to Cobblepot. Right?
I know, but now I just want to rename the series to Corn.
The Corn, yeah. Anyways, I'm just glad this is coming out, and I also thought, hey, great time to talk about the show I just spent the weekend watching, or spent Saturday watching. All right, moving on. Bubblegum Crisis is coming to Blu-ray again through Animego, and there's going to be a booklet included. That's going to be a 50-page booklet with interviews, reunions, and the original liner notes. Will be part of the new release. This is coming out, I think, in February. Let me look on the page. February. So it's up for pre-order at different retailers. If you order it through Media OCD's website, you get a special slipcover. So I haven't ordered mine yet, but I'm going to soon. You can also, if you have a previous Animego Bubblegum Crisis release, if you go on the page, you can get a coupon code for half off the price if you have a previous version. Yeah, it's
they
pretty.
Didn't have to.
Yeah, they didn't have to do it, but I'm glad they did. Especially because some of
a lot of companies wouldn't.
Yeah, because there was a Kickstarter that Animego did originally to get the show on Blu-ray. So I think it's nice that it's like, oh, I backed the Kickstarter, and you can.
Don't you have those older releases or no?
I don't have the Kickstarter version, but I have the standard release from Animego. So I got my 50% off discount code.
Nice.
And I'm just waiting for that YouTube money to clear so I can order it plus Bubblegum Crash. And they put up this T-shirt of Pris, and I'm like, that looks cool. I'll probably buy the T-shirt so I can get free shipping. So, anyways, Bubblegum Crisis is having a little moment at the moment, and I appreciate it. All right, next up, Ultraman Z has been listed for Blu-ray on Amazon with a January 28th release. No real details. All it just says is subtitled Blu-ray, and
it's gotta include the dub. I've seen people worry about that. It's gotta include the dub.
There's no way it doesn't include the dub. $39.98 list price. It is listed at 10 hours, so it is likely just the series, no Avenger fight, which makes sense because licensing and stuff. But there is Ultraman Z. Probably will include the dub. We'll update that in the future. All right, last piece of news. There was discussion over last week where people got their Kamen Rider Trilogy collection from Media Blasters. Some people noticed an audio desync with Shin Kamen Rider Prologue. After looking into it, there's a whole bunch of steps. It's more complicated we need to cover. Media Blasters posted a video. In that video, John Sarabella, who runs Media Blasters, says that they found that there is an audio sync issue. It's only off by 6 frames, so most people probably won't even notice.
Yeah, I figure.
yeah.
That's what I figured. It was a frame rate thing, not the audio and the we are horribly desynced. Yeah, it has to be
No,
like a frame rate
6
thing. Yeah.
frames out of 24 frames, it's off. So if you're looking for it, you'll notice it. If you're not, you probably won't notice it. That being said, because it was found and discovered and they looked over it, they're going to frame by frame resync the audio and video to make sure it's perfectly lined up, print a new disc, and then everybody who has already got their copy will be automatically sent the replacement disc. All the copies that haven't shipped yet will be swapped out for the new disc and then sent out, and then the final retail version is going to be the corrected version. And I think that sounds great, and I appreciate that they put out a timeline. Like, here's the order of how we're going to do this. So if your set hasn't shipped yet, that's why they're holding it to get the audio thing addressed before they send it to you.
Yeah, because Media Blast is a small enough company that they will like do this automatically. They're not. There's, it's like like the Costco thing. They don't have any. Like, don't have a ladder to contact or to get approvals. They're such a small enough company they can just instantaneously put that in production scenario.
Also, a fun fact in this, they Toei gave them an SD video source for Shin, and they had to seek out their own HD video source.
I figured, because I know some people said they're. I think I saw people say the Shin look a bit crusty. So
Shin looks a bit crusty on the Japanese Blu-ray as well. It's just the nature of how that film was finished. But they gave them an SD copy instead of an HD copy. They found an HD copy, then cleared it with Toei that they could use it. And Toei's like, oh yeah, you can use that. And it's just like,
wow, I'm surprised Toei's like, no, because all I can think of is the like a flashback to the AB group with their Dragon Ball Blu-ray and how they deny that.
Okay, time to prep the toy news. We have some non-Bandai toy news we're going to knock out. Oh, no, comic news. Sorry, almost forgot. These are going to be quick as well. Yeah, no, I'm glad Media Blasters addressed it so quickly. That's why I held off my review. It was going to be Friday's video, but I was like, no, I'm going to wait till they say something. Because looking at it, it wasn't that big of a deal. Because a lot of it, too... Blade Raider says they just gave him what's on Toei Tokusatsu World. Yeah,
wait the case.
wait till Wednesday's review. That is more true than you might realize. But it's not like a bad thing. I'll be doing a full breakdown. I filmed like I don't know how much footage. You'll see. But yeah, I'll go into all that and the subs and everything. So anyways, I'm just glad that Media Blasters addressed it so quickly and they came out swinging with here's the plan as opposed to like leaving us, hanging for a while. And I appreciate that. Because it's nice to see. Because sometimes when we get, these companies don't always like, a lot of people mention Cleopatra Entertainment. It doesn't always work out. Sorry, I got a broken link. That's why I'm stalling.
Cleopatra Entertainment is why I kind of dub the hood style backwater company. I feel like because they're such a they like everything I've seen for them. They feel very much that like I don't know asylum video style of releases.
They have that same vibe. All right, Master Ben. I did not watch Animated Watchmen. I don't ever plan to. All right, comic book news.
You will one day. You can't say you will never.
I'm going to go with never. I'm trying to put my foot down on myself. Humble Bundle is currently doing a Ninja Turtles bundle. This is a bunch of stuff from IDW. It looks like less than it actually is. So this bundle includes the previous bundle.
They include the previous one, which was all the deluxe hardcovers up to that point.
It is the
my occasional reminder.
What was that?
That Humble. That says my occasional reminder that Humble Bundle does things other than video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you get so as part of this bundle, if you go all in, the bundle includes the first 15 IDW collection hardcovers plus the Last Ronin. You get the Last Ronin Lost Years, all 7 volumes of the Ultimate Collection reprints for the Mirage comics, which contains just the Eastman and Laird stuff, not the entire Mirage run, but just the Eastman and Laird part. It includes volumes 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the Armageddon game opening moves, Armageddon game Alliance, which is pretty much the rest of the IDW run before the big relaunch with the 3 new titles. There's also the Last Ronin Director's Cut, the Last Ronin covers, 3 volumes of the Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, which is set in the style of the 87 show,
87.
the Art of Mutant Mayhem, as well as volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the relaunch. It's the post-issue 100 section of Turtles. You can get the entire bundle for $30. You can do the donation to charity. As a reminder, you can adjust the donations so that you can pick how much goes to IDW, how much goes to Make-A-Wish Foundation, and how much goes to Humble. That is, a thing I always recommend doing, because the default is where charity gets the least, and I think that sucks. So you can just go like, I want to put all of it towards charity minus the minimum that has to go to Humble. Options are there. MJ Klein doesn't include any of the crossovers. Now, there is one note. This isn't going to be like some previous ones, like the Power Rangers one where you got PDFs. These are going to be available through a website called Kobo.com, which is a ebook reader website. So you have to have a Kobo account, and then it'll give you codes that you load into Kobo to read them. So,
which is annoying, but that's just how. That's probably the deal IDW made or something like that.
It's probably the deal Paramount made with IDW.
Oh, yeah.
I think it came down to Paramount. They were like, no, we don't want a DRM-free version.
Yep.
So, anyways, that's a thing, and that's going on for 11 more days. All right, next up, DC Compact Comics are popping. There's second printings on the way because they're selling out. These are the smaller size DC books. Check my YouTube channel for a YouTube short. The manga size.
The manga size, speaking of last week's videos.
I should have put that in the manga video. Be like, look at this, how big a Compact Comics is. All right, so Compact Comics, there's going to be more of them. So,
which is good. The best thing is they're selling well.
They're selling well.
I heard
I'm just going to roll through it. I'm not going to roll through the dates. I'll just roll through the titles, all right? Here we go. I'm gonna get this going. All right. Third printing of Watchmen. Second printing of All-Star Superman. Second printing of Court of Owls. Second printing Hush. Second printing Far Sector. Glad to see it got in second printing. I love that book. Second printing Harley Quinn and Gotham City Sirens. Second printing Wonder Woman Earth 1. Second printing Joker. Second printing Catwoman Trial of the Catwoman. Second printing American Vampire Book 1. New books include Kingdom Come, Static Season 1, Deceased, Batwoman Elegy, Superman Birthright, The Authority, Book 1, Superman Batman, Book 1, DC New Frontier, Wonder Woman Blood and Guts, Death, Harley Quinn, Wild at Heart, Batman The Long Halloween, Why the Last Man, Book 1, V for Vendetta, and We 3. So, like, a ton of books are coming to this format. So if you're wanting to read any of these and you're curious about them, these are like $10. Like, it's the best way to get into comics. It's affordable, and you can just pick something. And they put what genre it's a part of as part of the trade dress, which I absolutely love. So yeah, there's like AR said, there's some recent stuff in here too. Yeah, especially like Static Season 1, highly recommended for me. New Frontier's fantastic. Batwoman Elegy's great. I have never read this Death series, but maybe I will, because it's the Sandman universe version of Death.
Hey, it's $10.
$10. Some really cool stuff in here for sure. All right, DC did put out their catalog. We have some new titles. They're doing a Zatanna 6-issue miniseries in 2025.
Wait, this isn't separate from, what was it, the
This is separate from the Black Label book.
Okay, so this is going to be main universe, because Black Label's usually okay.
This will be
great
main
to hear.
Universe with Jamal Campbell doing writing and art, as well as lettering by Ariana Meyer.
Damn it! Now I need to put that in my pull list now.
I'm going to be honest with these miniseries lately. I'm just waiting for trades because there's too many miniseries coming out.
Yeah, that is true. But like, it's called like Jamal Campbell. Like,
it's Jamal Campbell. It looks so fantastic. So this is great. I'm glad Zatanna's getting another mainline book. It does seem like, and I don't know if this is something, just kind of like where Storm's getting pushed really hard over at Marvel. I feel like Zatanna's getting pushed really hard right now.
Which is good, because she should like Storm. They should always be in the forefront. They're like some of the best characters.
All right. In the world of Green Lantern, following the Green Lantern Civil Corps special, there is a Green Lantern Corps book launching in February. And this one promises to bring everybody that's not Hal Jordan, which is my kind of Green Lantern, because I don't like Hal that much. Anyway.
How's that bad? But everybody else is better.
Exactly. It's, and someone pointed this out. They're like, oh my gosh, it's like an all POC Green Lantern book, and then Guy Gardner's there.
Hey, look, Ginger Z representation.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I love it. Because we have such a wide variety of Human Lanterns. I like that they're all in a book together. I believe they said that it's
Well,
going to
it's-
be like mixing up the roster. Like it won't be every single one of them every issue, but
What was the line from Young Justice? It's like, why does Earth has so many Earth lanterns? Well,
Yeah.
you see.
Why does Earth get so many? They have a lot of incidents. This is going to be, let's see, where is the Jeremy Adams and Morgan
Okay.
Hampton will be co-writing it with Fernando Pasarin and Oklar Albert as the art team. So it's going to be kind of like, Jeremy Adams is also doing Green Lantern. So he's also going to be co-writing this with Morgan Hampton. So pretty cool.
Lanterns.
Yeah.
It's the Lanterns reunion. I've been missing Jessica and Simon together.
Me too.
So much.
And also, hopefully, Joe gets to do something this time. It looks promising for sure, Mr. Doogie. I've been really enjoying the recent Green Lantern stuff. Green Lantern War Journal was a John Stewart book. That was great. The current Green Lantern's pretty solid. I feel like Green Lantern's finally kind of getting itself together.
So back after. I'm glad it's coming back because of years and years of neglect because of that one movie.
And also, on top of that, what I didn't expect was that the recent Alan Scott Green Lantern series that was part of like they did 3 miniseries that were like old JSA heroes. It was Sandman, Flash, and Green Lantern. But the Green Lantern Civil Corps special brought and continued the story from the Alan Scott Green Lantern series and like where that left off.
That's great.
And they actually figured out how to get Alan Scott to work within the Green Lantern mythos. Like they gave him like a special title. Like he's like part of the Lantern stuff, but like cosmic beings
one
are like,
weak.
it's that one. He's different. We can't do the same things to him.
You're the one that's weak to wood.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with Green Lantern. All right. Flipping to the Marvel side, One World Under Doom is their new their next event. They call it more of a branding initiative than an event because it's going to be touching base with every Marvel book.
It's more like the Dawn of DC or Infinite Frontier,
or
yada
Dark
yada
Reign.
yada.
Dark Reign's
that
the best
too.
comparison. But there will be
but we don't. Yeah, I don't want to remember Dark Reign.
I know. There will be a 9-issue One World Under Doom series written by Ryan North with art by R.B. Silva. Ryan North's just been killing it on Fantastic Four. He's also been doing great on the new Star Trek Lower Decks comic. That is what you call
wait, you say that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what you call range.
I mean, you think about it, they're both sitcoms.
Yes, and they're both Star Trek essentially because the Fantastic Four book he even talked about like I wanted to write it like Star Trek was written, where you get a different adventure each week. So Ryan North's going to do great stuff. Anyways, that's One World Under Doom. Tying into this will be a new Red Hulk series by Benjamin Percy and Jeff Shaw. This is also happening because Red Hulk is in a movie.
So what you're saying is Red Hulk's becoming the next Ghost Rider.
I mean, Benjamin Percy writing, maybe. Then Thunderbolts Doomstrike will be a 5-issue miniseries by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing and Tommaso Bianchi. This is going to be following up Lansing and Kelly's recent Thunderbolts series where it had like Bucky in charge and
was that
they're
all
going
right?
up against Doom. It was okay.
I didn't like
okay.
I didn't like the roster of that Thunderbolts scene. So
it's
I didn't
less
check it
Thunderbolts and more Captain America Cold War aftermath.
Okay.
It spun right out of the Cap books and what was happening with Bucky. It's more of a Bucky book than a Thunderbolts. But anyways, they're getting another series. I
like the banner for One World of Doom. Doom is always staring at you.
I like that too. And the tie-in issues of the main books that tie into Doom stuff are going to have that banner as well.
Doom is like, Doom, you better read Doom's books.
Yeah, I dig it. I mean, I'm kind of all into this just because it's Dr. Doom. We're also going to get Weapon X-Men by Joe Casey and Criss Cross, and I'm excited about this. All right, sure, Cable, okay, Wolverine. I love Wolverine, you know this. Okay, Deadpool. Okay, there's freaking Thunderbirds there.
I see.
Chamber.
I see Chamber on there.
one of my Generation X freaks gets to be in a new book, so I'm 100%.
By the way, interesting. I look at that logo. It's like, man, I haven't seen that logo, that style logo X-Men for in a while because they're currently using the 90s style logo because 97. But it's like I actually really love that era. That was a 2000. I was saying 2000 logo of X-Men. I don't know. I always like how the bold X was.
I know. I always say there's too many X-Men books, but I totally want this one because Chamber's here.
Look, it's one of those like comfort. like most comic book characters, you want to pick up the book because it has your comfort character in it,
Yep.
pretty much.
It's comfort, character, or creator I like. That's the two things that get me to buy books. I'm going to be totally honest. If somebody
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh, well, this book's really good," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't care about the creator or the character." So it's that I don't know. Is it a double standard? Kinda, but like that's just how I read books. Is off of creators and characters more than is it good or bad. I've read some terrible books because, and I know they were terrible, and then I'm like, but it had my favorite character in it.
I mean, to be fair, like I will open it myself. I mean, hey, that me reading the first trade of Avengers, Jay McKay's Avengers, made me really love Jay McKay's writing. Cause
Yeah.
I think the only book I read was his one issue of Moon Knight, and I like that, but I didn't realize those he wrote both.
I read his
when I
Moon
picked
Knight,
up.
and then I was like, I need to read more by Jed McKay.
Yeah, and Jay McKay, because of after reading his Avengers, I'm like, okay, now Jay McKay's like one of my favorite writers to read. So there's nothing bad at branching out and such like that.
Oh yeah, and that's what I
mean,
mean though. Is I follow creators when I branch out sometimes. Like I never read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow because I like Supergirl, but I don't like follow all the Supergirl stuff, and it's written by Tom King, and I don't usually like Tom King. I've heard it's good, but it's like I just haven't gotten around.
And then there's writers that like I had no opinions, like Aaron I would say Aaron Archer, Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
I had no real big opinions on his stuff because I read some of the stuff and they're always all right.
Jason
I never
Aaron's a good writer, but for some reason I just don't like most of what he's written. I keep writing into this. Like I didn't love his Ghost Rider. I didn't love his Avengers. I liked parts of his Thor, and I don't really like his Ninja Turtles. So like, do I just not like? It's not like I'm going like, oh, Jason Aaron's a bad writer. I'm just like, I just don't like a lot of the stuff he does. I think we're just not. Just like his writing doesn't click with me.
Is it story or writing? Because I feel like there's always a difference.
I
Because
think it's a story thing. I don't like what he does with. Like, I
yeah,
didn't like
because
what he did with
I don't
Ghost
like basically like I don't like. I think some of Tom King's stories are good. I just don't like Tom King's writing. Is like the
It's
best
like
example I can think
I
of.
always like Bendis's ideas more than his actual writing style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we jump into toys, I will say that like the current Ninja Turtles is funny because there's 3 ongoings, and I'm tempted to drop Turtles because I'm enjoying Night Watcher and Mutant Nation a whole lot. But like Turtles is just like I know they're doing like an introductory arc thing, but it just feels like such a drag because the end of the Sophie Campbell run on the IDW Turtles left all 4 turtles in a really good place. They like came together, they overcame odds, and then like the Jason Aaron run starts and they're all split up and they hate each other. And I'm just like, come on, like is it a reboot or not? Because it feels like a reboot.
I'm gonna keep reading. Well, first I need to badly catch my. I have a stack right here, but like I'm gonna keep reading because it's my first like Turtle Run reading, and I'm gonna at least read up to like 6 issues to see if I'm gonna drop the book or
because like
not.
the first 4 issues are like, welcome Krasiasi. You've mostly just missed comic book and Blu-ray entertainment news. We're on to toys next. Before we get too far off this, it's just the first 4 issues are supposed to introduce each turtle, where they're at, what they're doing, and then bring them together for issue 5. So I'm sticking it out through the first arc for sure. It's just I don't know if it's a editorial thing, but it kind of makes me wish they had rebooted as opposed to continuing because it doesn't gel for me. But Mutant Nation does. Like Mutant Nation's like, oh, Raph went on his own. I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense. He's like doing stuff like, but the timeline's all screwed up too because I feel like Mutant Nation takes place prior to the Jason Aaron stuff. But it's coming out at the same time.
I think I understand the idea because it's supposed to be like a soft relaunch, but like
Yeah.
it would be nice to just get some clarification on certain things.
I would like some clarification for sure, because I do really like Mutant Nation and Night Watcher a lot, and I feel like I could really like Jason Aaron's run if I can just if as soon as like I gotta let it like cook, right? I gotta let it cook to like the first volume. I also am annoyed at how they're doing the volumes for the Jason Aaron run, because they're doing a paperback, and then a month later they're doing a hardcover, and the hardcover is called a library edition. And it's $50 for 6 issues.
Yeah, but I was saying it's not the same hardcovers thing.
Yeah, it's not the same hardcovers where they include all the comics in order, like the IDW collections. It's like a hardcover that's the same size, but it's only 6 issues with some bonus material, so it's less than 200 pages, but $50. And I'm like, what? Is this how we're doing it going forward? Because I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll see what happens with that. I'm just kind of It's. I'm just kind of waiting for Turtles. Like, but I like
Mhm.
Mutant Nation and Nightcrawler enough, or Night Watcher.
And,
Yeah.
and there's and going and the last thing about this topic is like,
Yeah.
and there's definitely and there's writers where they have flaws, but I just legitimately just like a lot of their stories and writing,
Mhm.
and that's me with Joshua Williams. There is you could definitely say the problems of a lot of his books, but like I just enjoy the stories he tells
I
and
do
the
too. I
writing
love
on
when he
them.
gets to tell like contained stories. Like when he does, yes, when he has to do events, I feel like he's not
Yeah,
as
he definitely
strong.
struggles.
But when he
He
does
definitely
focus
struggles on
stories,
events,
they're
but like
great. Yeah.
yeah, because I think like Dark Crisis, I feel like was a struggle, but I did really enjoy House of Brainiac, even with his flaws, for
Mhm.
example,
That was kind of
and stuff
fun.
like
I
that.
liked it. I liked it overall.
I like the story they told in that one.
Yeah.
I thought there's some really great character moments in that story.
Yep. All right, moving on to toys. We gotta get to toys.
Toys.
I forgot to make a title card for toys. Whoops. Okay. It's just toys, guys. No title card this time. Jada Toys, we're just lumping everything that's not Bandai into this section, by the way, so everyone knows. All right, so Jada Toys solicited their Cyberpunk Edge Runners, David Martinez, who is coming out next
God, he's
February.
swole.
Yes, this is post time skip, David. Minor spoiler, but this is post time skip, David. So if you're
40,
like, that doesn't look like
so
the character on the poster on Netflix, yeah, because this is post time skip.
he's gonna be $40, and
He
I mean he's like
is
fully
45.
cloth, 45, and like
Cloth pants, cloth jacket.
and he looks like a big figure. Like I'm not sure
Yes.
how big. Like I'm not sure. Like my only, if I had to guess,
If
might
he's
be here like
6-inch
in
scale,
Bison
he
or
should be closer to 7 inches tall.
like I guess compared to like the Street Fighter style, I guess he'll be like somewhere around what I guess Zangief size. If I
A
had to
little bit, like, he's
estimate.
not as beefy as Zangief, but he's up there in size because he's been modded out. You can see he's got the grenade launcher arm.
I guess like compared to the ones we have right now, I guess he's like around in Bison scale wise.
I would say,
I'm looking
yeah,
at
that's what
my
it feels
data.
like. I don't know for sure, but yeah, M. Bison feels like a good comparison. They said they wanted to do cloth instead of he's just
Skull.
like towering over Lucy in the shop. They want to do cloth instead of plastic because of the way that the characters' costumes look.
Because they do have that baggy look in the
Yeah.
character designs.
And I think it was super smart, and these look pretty solid. And I love all the details that they put on David because his jacket does come off. So like you can see the Sandevestein chrome in his back. This is fantastic, and
I think especially
I'm
because
looking
the
forward
one
to
thing
this.
I think especially because American companies always have a sort of struggle trying to get really good anime sculpt done right. They've been getting better, I'll definitely say. But I feel like Jay has like these honestly look like import figures. Honestly,
They do.
Dave and Lucy.
All right, and then speaking of Lucy, here she is. She's $30.
It's the Guilty Gear. It's the Guilty Gear character.
It's the Guilty Gear character. If only she was in scale with Storm Collectibles Soul.
Soul, yeah.
So it's really cool. She's got her pistol. The thing I found impressive, she has her mono wire. It of course looks like a posable wire, which is appropriate.
I think because it clips into her wrist. I see on the figure
Yes.
there's like a little peg hole in her wrist.
Yeah, I think you just slide it into her, like her, or you just peg it onto her arm. I think. Yeah.
So what's the clock? Her clock goods is she
Her
wears a jacket, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She has her jacket, which is removable as well. The jacket will hide the plugs for the mono wire, which is pretty nice. But yeah, so it's just going to be her jacket, which doesn't cover her shoulders. It's kind of a half jacket, but she looks great, and she gets to come with a cigarette, which is not something you get to see with toys that often. Usually that stuff gets banned. Name every John Constantine except for the Mezco, which snuck it in without soliciting it. It's just all the promo images. He's holding his fingers. Like
That's it. Always depends on the IP holder, and like I
Yep.
mean, like Cyberpunk is kind of well known for having very R-rated stuff.
All of it is mature rated. Yeah, the Netflix.
That'll be kind of hypocritical for not to include the sake.
Like the game is a hard M rating, and the Edge Runners is definitely a hard TVMA.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
I really need to sit down and watch because I watched
Mr. Duke just asked, is it worth a watch? All right, if you like cyberpunk setting stuff, if you love works by Studio Trigger,
and
if
by,
you like crazy over the top violence and cool technology, then this show is for you. You will get as a side effect severe trauma.
But you don't have to play the game. This is separate.
No,
it's a prequel, technically, right? It's a prequel, technically, isn't it?
It takes place in 2076.
Before the game, yeah.
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 It's cool
So
though.
you
If you have played the game, a bunch of like side characters from the game show up in the show, and you recognize. And the coolest part is that Studio Trigger got an early build of the game, so they could map out all the locations, so that way every scene in the show takes place in a location in Night City. So that way you can go play the game, and you're like, oh, I recognize that bridge from this scene. I recognize this place from that.
If I
Like,
did,
you can find
if you
everything.
didn't face, if you didn't face True when you got day one.
Exactly. You can go find like David's apartment. Like everything in the show is in the game. It's like a really cool thing.
I really do want to go back and read because I remember watching the first episode. I didn't hate it at all, but it was one of those like, man, this is like you really am throwing David under the bus in this
Yes.
whole. It's one of those like man, like things are not going well for him, and then the episode ends with something bad happening to him. I'm like, Christ, show, give it a break.
Oh yeah,
Scenario.
it kind of keeps doing that, but that's also how Cyberpunk's story, like the game is like that too.
I know. And like, I guess it's more of and I didn't hate it, but it was like one of those like it didn't convince me to watch the rest.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to go back and watch the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'd say give it a go. It's phenomenally made.
Because
It's
what
like,
I've seen,
it's
because what I've seen, I do like the characters from what I've seen of them. So I did want to give like a full watch of the series.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, like I just kind of want to get these figures just because their designs alone are just that good.
And then last thing too, I liked about the show is that they used music that was in the game. So
that's
like,
nice.
It's like
I do hope, seeing these figures, I look again. Like, can we get Jada get more anime licenses? Like,
yeah, I'd love to
damn,
see
these figures are so good.
take a crack at stuff. Cass, you got any thoughts on these before we move on?
No, I'm surprised they're $30. You know, and they look good.
Yeah, 30 for
price.
Lucy, 45 for David. I imagine Rebecca will be 30 and Maine will be 45.
I mean, he's huge. That figure looks gigantic.
And then
hey, Jada. Jada, get into Arxis for reals and make a Guilty Gear line that I can fully buy.
They could kill it. They could do great. All right.
Please, I would love to have a Ramadoll with a wire cape and those giant swords so much.
All right, in the world of Star Wars Black Series, Hasbro's doing a weekly drop reveal on Wednesdays. So this past week's was Dagon Gera and the BX droid hybrid from Jedi Survivor. So yes, if you wanted Dagon Gera with the Force arm, this is how you get it.
And you say it too fast. It sounds like you're saying Dagon droid.
Dagon droid. Yeah.
I don't know why the droid. When I first saw the droid design,
Amazon exclusive as well. Yeah.
When I saw the droid design, I don't know why. It only reminds me of the not Ultraman and Aba Ranger / Zelchek's Son and Down Thunder. It's like literally just same color scheme. Like that's why I immediately thought of when I saw the design.
All right, and then the other 2-pack is the Clone Commando Urban Fighter and B1 Battle Droid Training. It's another set. These are also an Amazon exclusive, but they exist. Cool. Moving on. All right, McFarlane Toys formally revealed and solicited their Joker, Arthur Fleck, and Murray Franklin with a set package. This is the Joker collector set.
Yes. Does that clown have a gun?
Yes, it does. So let's go through this.
Bang.
So this comes in a big old box with Arthur Fleck on the front. By the way, I'm not calling him Joker anymore because Todd Phillips said he's not Joker. He's Arthur Fleck. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's what I'm going to call him. And it's actually funny. Now that I'm looking at it, the back of the box says Arthur Fleck live with Murray Franklin. Like, it doesn't even say Joker. Anyway, so this is going to be a Joaquin Phoenix's Arthur Fleck figure. Where one of the heads actually has blood splatter on it, which is kind of surprising.
Wait, heads or faceplates? Because I know they've been doing faceplates.
Actually, it might be faceplates. And then it also comes with Robert De Niro's Murray Franklin. It is faceplates, yes. So you get hands for hands for Arthur Fleck. You get his notebook. You get a gun. Murray comes with a mug and a microphone. And then on top of that, you get the entire set for the iconic scene, the best scene in the movie. Honestly, the rest of it here or there, I think this scene's great. It does look like it has a cardboard floor, and then the backdrop is plastic, layered plastic. Windows are put in. It's got the plant, chairs, table, all that good stuff. Mr. Tanuki, sadly, he does not come with an alternate head for spoiler. Also included are life-size props of Arthur Fleck's journal.
That sounds
an
really
ad,
cool.
His business card, and I don't forget to smile. Sign.
Welcome back, movie masters. Because do you remember that?
Yeah, that's right. Mattel's Dark Knight line. They were like, "Here's some props." I remember the Joker card and the Two-Face coin were like the best ones. But yeah, it's like that. You can see here's inside. The journal actually looks spiraled, which is nuts. I actually kind of dig the accuracy there.
I
So
mean, you
yeah,
need to talk with the elephant in the
let's
room
talk about the
this
elephant in the
Well,
room.
first a gun. There is a gun. Don't
There's
worry,
a gun.
people.
The $249.99 price. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta say,
There's a lot of like dreads to this whole thing because
yes.
it's not simple like
Let's
always.
start with the official statement. The official statement from McFarlane, because they had to. I mean,
Yeah, because I'll give credits for McFarlane. The fact that they actually bothered to make a statement about this instead of just here you go, $200 playset.
yep.
At least they actually did comment, which is very rare for companies to do.
They said, we
Unless
heard
you're
your
like
feedback
indie.
about the pricing of the Joker movie set. Want to take a moment to address your concerns. Due to the mature nature of the Joker movie, we faced unique restrictions on pricing options, which made this approach the only way we could release the product. Okay, so that says to me, we have to price it as an adult collectible for Warner Brothers to let us have the gun, the blood splatter, and that's why they probably threw in the extra life-size props to try to boost the price. That says to me it couldn't just be like, oh, quote-unquote, not a toy, but still toy price. Like, it had to be adult collector price. Like, there was probably some threshold that Warner Brothers said, it has to be this much or you can't make it. That's my
I
guess.
know some people were, and I know some people were like, yeah, sure, but like, first of all, why would they lie? But also, second,
That's
we know Warner Brothers.
We know Warner Brothers is like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that just essentially out of the crap they pulled this year, like that just sounds a very Warner Brothers move, honestly.
Yep.
I do at least kidding. Well, I do agree the $200 price is a bit insane. I at least commend 250. I do commend that they try to make it have some value.
Yes.
The throwing in this movie for other toy companies would just have just a playset and the figures alone, but the fact that
the props
Todd
are a nice bonus, yeah.
Yeah, Todd and the team thought, okay, if we're having people play this for much, at least give him some bonus. And I commend them for that. That is very rare to see with toy companies and such like that. So I really commend them.
AR said, I think the 250 threshold is true. Someone looked at Big Bad Toy Store, all the Joker merch, and it's all at that price point. Yeah, everything for this movie has been like $250
really?
and above. Like, it's all been super expensive. Like, all the
God,
official merch.
Oh god, I realized why they probably did this.
Is it to make up all the money they lost from Joker Full Do?
That, but also remember the first Joker movie was like Oscar,
oh yeah, that's right. It won a bunch of awards.
So like WB probably thinks, oh, this movie won some awards, clearly acclaimed. Like that's why they greenlit the sequel in the first place. So they thought, what people will buy any merch for the Joker is how popular it is, and it's kind of unfortunate that the sequel came out with how bad it is.
Yeah, I also just realized this has Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro's likenesses.
Yeah,
that probably didn't come.
I imagine
it's not
cheap. Yeah,
yeah, especially with how Joaquin Phoenix keeps like trying to quit movies or quitting movies days before filming. Like locking down his film his likeness rights must be tricky.
Yeah, so even it's one of the things where there's a lot of things going against the set, and it's totally outside of Todd's and crew state. Because that's the thing, I know people I know people go like, oh, what do you expect? Of course the toy company wants that money, but like, it's one to look at patterns. Todd made budget-friendly Batmobiles. Other companies, look at Hasbro. They make, Ecto 1 locked behind a crowdfunding campaign for like what, $400?
$400 Ecto 1 versus $100 Batmobile.
Yeah, and mind you, while those Batmobiles definitely have to be scaled down, so they tried to make a 7-inch scale Batmobile affordable.
And they've made multiple.
Yeah,
and
multiple.
Not crowdfunded, just straight up. Here it is. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and such like that. So it's one of those look at the patterns. I mean, Todd was able to keep most of his figures around the lore like cheaper than Marvel Legends, about $22, with a few exceptions and such. And so like look at the patterns. I feel like this is definitely this classic case where I feel like if Todd and crew could have sold this at least at most $100, because it is a lot. Let's face it, it is a play set. Like this is the first ever play set we got in. The closest we got in was the Joker investigation room. But even that wasn't like a play set. That was more
tables.
Yeah, cardboard. Yeah, accessories and cardboard diorama. Just like a full like plastic play set, such like that. So Yeah, there's a lot of evidence that shows that this is very outside of.
I think
control.
it's because of the movie, like you said. I think it's
Mhm.
just everything involved with that. All right, let's get on to the Bandai news. Let's get to it. So here is our non-Tamashii Nation 2024 Bandai coverage. First of all, we got solicitation pictures for Figuarts Standard Amplified Obelisk the
God,
Tormentor.
he looks so nice.
Look at him. He's a big,
But
beefy, beautiful
also,
boy.
damn, like God, like respect to the sculptors, like because I can't find any joints on him. Like the only one can see
Oh,
his
yeah.
elbows.
This is the fun part, is this diagram where they show, and you pull these things out, so that way you can reach the joints.
Because also,
Oh, okay.
they put a warning saying, "Be careful trying to mess with this thing. It might hurt you because
Yeah.
he's a spiky boy." Damn, he has like Rubble Tech like trap joints in his torso.
And he's 235 millimeters tall, and for those of us metrically challenged, thank you. That is 9.25 inches.
So he's like 9 inches. My God.
Yeah, he's huge. So he should look nice with your Wing Dragon Ara in the upcoming Slifer. He is 9,130 yen. I think the official U.S. price is around $90. He's gonna
Which
be a
makes
big
sense.
boy.
He is a big boy, but I'm tempted to get him because I'm an Obelisk fan.
I'm tempted to get him too, but I have to
really
save my money for
nice.
another monster later.
Yeah, I know. There's so
We'll
many
get to
other
that.
things.
Yeah, no, he's beautiful.
Also,
Psycho
like,
this
I
is
mean,
on the Bandai Hobby website.
I am curious what he looks like because that's clearly like a painted model. I want to see how he looks raw. Because since this is obviously a painted model, so I'm curious how what he looks like without paint, such like
Yeah.
that. I mean, thankfully, Obelisk is the only character. The only thing you need to do with painting him is weather him. Thankfully, but so I'm really curious what it looks like just
straight
cut out
build.
of the kit. Yeah, straight build.
All right. The other piece of Bandai news is Bandai US has announced the next Anime Heroes figure, Dracule Mihawk from One Piece, and I'm psyched. I'm so psyched. This is amazing.
I was not expecting Mihawk at all, but this is really cool.
It's like when they threw out Sabo. Everyone was like, "Wait, what?"
Well, Sabo's like a major character. He's the Three Brothers. Mihawk Mihawk is like not one.
Oh no,
character,
you know what it reminds me of? It's like when they made Omega Shenron. It's like, you're doing that now?
And he looks really damn good. Like his sword in there, because one thing I noticed, essentially someone who's collect a lot of Bandai's products, I think he's the very first purely pinless figure. Because there have been figures with pinless arms, pinless knees, but never a pure
Sabo
pinless
has pinless
figure.
arms and pinned knees.
Pinned
but
knees.
This is different. Yeah, this is.
He's purely pinless. No pins in the shoulders, no pins in the elbows, and no pins in the knees. So he's the first pinless figure, which is great to see. Bandai
and
finally
outside of variable heroes, I believe this is the only other articulated Mihawk figure. Rest of statues. So, sign me the hell up.
Yeah, he looks great. Love the sword.
Fantastic.
I love they had to package him because they had to shove him aside so they can fit the damn sword into the packaging.
AR said, "How does One Piece handle torso articulation?" Let me grab Ace here.
Just a ball jointed waist.
Yeah, I'll show you real quick here while we're here. It's because his Ace is shirtless, so it's easy to show him. It's just a ball jointed waist, but it's otherwise a solid torso. But it gets anything you pretty much need.
Yeah, some of them have pretty good range. Yeah, some of them have pretty good range. So only like modern Bandai figures that have crunches to game dimension Tekken figures, which whatever happened to Outline Bandai.
Oh yeah, they made like 4 of them, and then just like, and we're done.
That's it. But yeah, like I always wondered the reason why they stopped doing crunches until recently is because of the disaster that was the Dragon PMC.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, my Android 18 model kit keeps falling over. I moved her to my desk because I got the Dragon Stars finally, and then she just keeps like toppling, and I'm like, yep, that's why I replaced you. All right, anyways, Mihawk looks fantastic. Once again, loving to see how like Figuarts is doing different characters than anime heroes, and they like only sometimes.
Also, our first villain. Where are you? Is Mihawk? I forget. Is Mihawk? Yeah, he was antagonist. So he
was an antagonist. Yeah.
He's our first.
Yeah, no, he is like our first antagonist.
Yeah, and which is funny because the figure art reveal for One Piece. So great to see more villains finally in this lot in One Piece.
It's also good to see another pre-time skip look for a character.
Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, you're right because he is. Yeah, he's only Well, him and Ace are the only one. So honestly, he'd be perfect. Honestly, he would be perfect for your romance on Figuarts.
Mhm.
Especially with the Zoro coming up.
Definitely. All right, moving on. So here's how we're going to do this. SH Figuarts Tokusatsu, anime, movies, rest of Tamashii Nation 2024. We're going to go through the entire event.
Hey, Sam, do you have a timer with you?
I have a
So you can make
timer. We're gonna keep this on we're gonna go quick, okay? We got a ton of stuff. I'm gonna time us. This first segment is just gonna be recapping
congrats,
things.
congrats, Mr. Tanuki, getting your Digimon movie trilogy in the mail.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Mine just shipped. I'm so stoked.
Mine
for it
just
to come
shipped
out.
also, yeah.
I'm gonna cry when I put that Blu-ray in. But anyways, so what we're gonna start with on the Tokusatsu side is we're gonna go through what was on the final days of the countdown because we were tracking that. If you guys missed last week's stream, they revealed Cross Saber, Alien Hippolyte, Takumi from Fies, and Garo. And then we have the next reveal was Ultraman Arc Galaxy Armor, followed
No
by
surprise.
Boon Violet, followed by Kamen Rider Valen from Gav, Kusaka from Fies, Spoiler from the Kamen Rider Skull movie, and Wingman. So those were the initial reveals. And then, of course, the show opened and flooded us with a ton of stuff. So we're going to start with the stuff that's officially been solicited. Then we're going to go into the stuff that Tamashii tweeted out. And then we're going to look at the gallery of what was on display. Because I feel like if they tweeted it... Yeah, I feel like if they tweeted it, they intend to release it. That's my kind of rule of thumb. Of course, until something is officially revealed, just like with all these Tamashii shows, until the official reveal, we don't know if they're actually releasing it. That is just how it ends up happening. And this has been the case for 10 years at this point. So it's nothing new. But we are going to go through, and there's some stuff that have release dates that haven't been solicited yet. So that's also a good sign for those. Like I said, we're going to go through these pretty quick because most of these are look at the toy, move on. But I have to just sit here and load images because I can't load it all in advance or else my computer's going to crash. So we're gonna do this in stages. So my apologies if we just have a moment of dead time here. All right, so
quick, Chaos, do a fancy little dance for us while we wait.
But can anyone see his dance?
In spirit.
In spirit. All right. Okay, so I've loaded up. We're gonna start here with the solicited stuff. Apologies for spoilers. Close your ears for 30 seconds. All right. I apologize. This is how Bandai goes. First up, it is Kamen Rider Cyclone Skull in Senkocho Seiho form. This is a new form appearing in the Kamen Rider Skull Futo PI movie that just came out in Japanese theaters. We have no info on if it's coming out to the rest of the world and when.
Big shock.
It is bundled in with the Japanese Blu-ray. It looks like that.
Oh god! Yeah. That's super expensive. Then
yeah, it's expensive. So if you want it, good luck. It's not going to be easy to get. All right.
Go look. I'll say that. I like the design.
Spoiler section over. Sorry about that. All right. So, next up, Inoue Takumi. This is officially revealed, up for pre-order on Premium Bandai, including Premium Bandai US for $100. This is, of course, Fies' civilian form. He comes with an acrylic sheet to make it look like he's turning into Fies, and he comes with that soup that he's always trying to cool off. Plus, they put in this promo shot of him with Kusaka, who's, of course, Kamen Rider Kaiksa. Pretty cool stuff overall. All right.
Oh no! I'll get a Seinfeld. No soup for you.
No soup for you. All right. All right. So going into the Tamashii reveals that they tweeted. First up, Cross Saber and the Saber Seiken set. This is confirmed for release. We'll talk about the details and the price in a minute, but it is going to be 2 sets. There's going to be one of Cross Saber and one with clear plastic versions of all the swords. All right. Next up, Seiho Ryugen, Grape Arms, as well as Seiho Zangetsu Melon Arms. Not too surprising that they do the other 2 main Gaim riders. They always seem to put these 4 out back to back, but these did get tweeted out. They're not confirmed for release yet, but it's Gaim. They're probably coming out, right? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, next up, the Tamashii Nation store is getting a limited edition Kuga. Cool. Next up, the Zaku Zaku Chips form of Kamen Rider Gav was shown. Not officially confirmed for release yet, but was displayed. Looking pretty snazzy, honestly. We've been getting alternate forms of riders, so I think this will happen. All right. Next up, we have Kamen Rider Saiga is joining the Seiho Fies line, which makes sense because we got so many other Seiho writers. He comes with his jetpack, of course. He is from the Paradise Lost movie. All right, so now we're going to go look at the gallery of what was on display for the Kamen Rider Figuarts as well as the Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider Figuarts, because they had two separate displays because they make so much damn Kamen Rider.
Sometimes you forget because it feels like it's been nothing but their anime licenses.
Yes, it's just, but then you realize, oh my god, they make a ton of Kamen Rider, or at least they show a ton of Kamen Rider. I'm also going to scroll past the spoiler figure in one of these galleries, so that way you guys don't need to worry about that if you somehow skipped it earlier. Okie dokie, here we go. Alright, so for Kamen Rider, in the Gav section, Kamen Rider Valen in his chocolate form, totally makes sense he'd be coming out. He is the secondary writer. He is also a doofus. His commercialization has been decided, which means he's coming out. Just they haven't told us when and how much yet.
He's always been look.
He was a guarantee from the beginning. Yeah. It's just the question of will he be retail? Or will he be Bandai? That's pretty much what the only question is at this point.
Premium chocolate.
Probably premium Bandai. There is also a Gav part set which includes his sword, his kicking gummy, and his punching gummy, and these are listed as display only.
I'm glad that it's a parts. If it does release, I'm glad it's a parts sense of a, buy another figure to get this thing.
Exactly.
I just want accessory kits and forced to buy another figure to get a certain thing.
In the Fies display, of course, we saw Takumi, where they lit him like he's lit during the transformation, which I think was neat.
I thought you mean he set on fire.
I kind of want to light him on fire. I'm watching Fies right now, and I kind of hate this guy. Anyways, Fies things aside, he comes with 2 extra hands for Kamen Rider Fies. I don't know what for. The funny part is they did go into the process of making the figure, and they had the actor come in and blow on soup so they could get the face expression right.
Imagine getting the call. Yeah, Mr. Sir, we like to call you in.
Can you blow
okay,
on
what am I doing
soup?
today? Ooh, what? That reminds me of when they get Captain Falcon's voice actor in for the Min reveal trailer.
Yes.
Just so he can make the slurping ramen noises.
Exactly. Oh, that's right, Small Dream. They do have separate plaques, so we don't know how they're being distributed. Yeah, they haven't, they've not been solicited yet. Of course, Kusaka, Kamen Rider Kaisa, his human form is getting made. Same deal where he's got like the acrylic stand thing. I've not met this character yet officially, but every time I've seen him in crossover stuff, I hate him. He's also got his creepy ass smile, so hooray.
Happy Kaisa Day.
Kaisa Day. We're done with spoilers, 94 Kun. They also brought the actor in to make sure they could get accuracy of posing and stuff, which is cool. He is going to be a Tamashii web shop exclusive shipping in June for 11,000 yen. No word when he comes up, but he'll probably be on Bandai US as well. So.
I hope.
Takumi was, so hopefully Kusaka as well. The funny part is that they showed Kaisa again display only. Like, we have Next Kaisa and we have Kusaka now confirmed, but not just freaking Kaisa. It's really funny, like his main rider form's the one that hasn't been confirmed yet. They also showed the bike again, and they also showed Delta's bike that is Fies in because they haven't shown a Delta. So there's that. All right, next up, Cross Saber. They had the full-size swords on display with this, which I thought was neat. Cross Saber here is decked in paint. As a reminder, the suit was the most expensive thing ever because they had to hand paint it. It will be 11,000 yen, releasing in May 2025 from Premium Bandai. Pre-orders will open December 6th. There is also going to be a sword set with all 10 Seiken, and that will be, for some reason, 7,700 yen, also shipping in May and pre-ordering December 6th. I do not understand how all those swords is like $70.
They're made out of actual diamonds or something. I don't know.
And yeah, Psycho has mentioned no Solomon or Falcon. All right, moving on to Gotchard. Platina Gotchard is display only, but here he is. I imagine he will come out. Main writer forms typically happen.
Mugen Ghost says hello.
Yeah, unless you're Mugen Ghost. But that's final forms. Final forms are a different thing. They love making mid forms. But anyways, Platina Gotchard. All right, next up, the Geats display. It's loading. They had Fever, Jamato, whatever, Buffa, the, supposed, like, here's his, final form that's not his final form. Display only. Fantasy Buckle, Nago, also display only. and Geese Mark 9 also still display only. Bujin Sword Tycoon is the only one of these 4 to actually like get solicited, which is kind of funny. But
It's funny. The file form, the secondary writers is
Yeah.
official, but not the actual file form.
and we're still waiting on Rampage Vulcan.
Was it display only, or what did they announce?
We've never
him?
seen him. They've never even
Oh,
shown.
okay.
They haven't shown like Combinator Blades' final form ever either. Anyways, adding to this, they also showed more Geet stuff, including Fever Tycoon, because I guess they put Bujin's sword out instead of Fever, so we're still waiting on
Oops.
Fever Tycoon. Anyways,
Man.
Geet's line is goofy. They also showed a display of Geet's forms, which include the armed weapons, the propeller, the shield, the arrow, the drill,
all the reused
water,
props,
and the hammer. So maybe they'll come out someday.
All the reused props.
Yeah, all the reused props. All right, maybe they'll come out someday. They also showed a new Apollo Geist.
Wheels.
What was that?
Welcome wheels.
Welcome wheels.
Just tell me, who the hell are you?
Hey, we still doing our interview later?
Well, I haven't gotten any messages saying that we're screwed again.
Cool. All right. They showed a new Apollo Geist Figuart. It wasn't listed as a Seiho, but he's built like a Seiho, so he's probably a Seiho, but...
Yeah, I had this argument with Metal live on stream. He's like, it doesn't say Seiho. And I'm like, it's a damn Seiho.
It's
Why
built like a
with the
Seiho, but he
Seiho?
doesn't have the Seiho tag. It's weird.
Well, that's just
Like, literally...
Moving on. Sorry, Wheels. We're on a time clock. I gotta keep moving.
You need to make sure we get you in time with your interview, so we
Yep.
have 30 seconds per segment.
Kamen Rider Durandal is also display only. This poor guy's sword is gonna get released before him.
Who the hell is Durandal?
He was the brother to what's her name? Sabella. Anyways.
He's a spirit
Wait,
dude.
why isn't she getting a figure before?
She already got a figure like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago.
Oh wow, that's how much I care about Saber.
Yep.
You gotta get credit for Bandai. At least they've been releasing the female writers.
They have, yes. They once again showed the Combinator Vice Terra Genome, which is the bike for Revice. They once again shown the Diago Speedy, the bike for Saber. They once again showed the Ride Vendor. They're never going to release this thing at this point.
Essentially the Revice one. It's too big.
The Ride Vendor has been, or the Ride Vendor has been shown to us multiple times in the last 15 years and never released outside of the freaking vending machine form.
Guys, the Ride Vendor is going to be like a third of the Trideron price.
Yeah, I know, definitely.
Moving on. There was a Kamen Rider Kabuto display which showed Hyper Kabuto, which would be the first time a Hyper Battle video form would get a Figuart.
Hyper Attack.
What?
Hyper Attack. And Hyper Kabuto.
I said, yeah, Hyper Attack. Thank you. Hyper Psycho was yelling attack. Hyper Attack was shown.
I mean, to be fair, this is just Gattack's final form.
It is, yes. It was in like several games too. Oh, Prime Rogue.
Yeah.
Did they actually release Prime Rogue? Okay, but Prime Rogue also, they released him as he showed up in another movie. Was Hyper Attack in anything else besides some games?
I feel like it was in one the reappearance at the end, at the very least.
Maybe. Moving on. Someone said yes, and I'm just going to take it as a yes. Okay, here's Ryugen and Zangetsu again. We already... Oh, sorry, Ryugen with Melon Armor, which is, because you can part swap. There's Ryugen with Melon Armor. There's Zangetsu. There's Zangetsu with Budo Armor. They also showed Mango Armor, which should be a pack for Baron. And Kiwi Armor, which should be a pack for Ryugen. And then they also showed these weird parts where they're like that's just the fruit forms of the armor in case you just want to display them with the fruits on top of their heads, which I think is funny, but I don't know if they'll ever actually release these.
Bobblehead mode.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they make the legend arms now. Then you have big head mode.
that would be funny. Blade Raider says Figuarts was mad that Soto showed them up by making Hyper Attack 2 years ago. Yeah. Yep. There's that new Kuga. Which is mostly the same as the old Kuga.
Repaint.
It's repaint. This was the most confusing display I've ever seen because they're like, oh, look, all 10 Showa writers in Seiho. I'm like, cool. And then I looked at it closer and it's like, okay, so V3X and Rider Man came out recently and they had cloth scarves, which was like a new feature. So they showed Zaycross with a cloth scarf, display only, Super 1, also with a cloth scarf and cloth tassels, which is pretty cool. Display only. Skyrider, cloth scarf, display only. This gave me flashbacks to 2008 when they did the same thing, and they didn't release any of them. But then they showed Ichigo, and Ichigo says Legendary Showa Masked Riders Edition. But now he has a cloth scarf. So I think they're going to re-release Ichigo, Nigo, Stronger is new, and then Amazon with the cloth scarf. So the first three that have plastic scarves are apparently getting re-released. Maybe.
The way you say Legendary Masked Rider, all I can think of is Masked Rider.
Masked Rider.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My leader won.
And all of them were there. Okay, that was it for Kamen Rider. Let me pull up Sentai.
Oh, well, this is going to be short.
There's only like 2 reveals.
Two.
There's 2 reveals we haven't talked about. We will get back to Boone Violet in a gallery in a minute. But I wanted, because we're doing the tweet reveals. Let me just pick one image of each of these because we don't need to be going through. I'll do 2 images or something. All right. First up, Shinkocho Seiho Go On Red. Because hey, Lightning Collection didn't do him. Why not? Plus he showed up in Boom Boomger. Surprised they didn't also show Tokyo Ichigo. Because trends, but there you go. Maybe he'll come out one day. And then also maybe will come out is a 3rd King Oger Figuart in the form of Spider Kumonos, getting us the 6th Ranger for that team, because we only got the main, the Red Ranger, and we got an extra Ranger. So I hope he actually releases, because I like that suit a whole lot and would totally buy. All right. Next up, you guys can just look at my notes, because I don't want to keep clicking away. It's Ultraman time.
Ultraman.
There's so many things, guys. There's so many things to look at. I will. Okay, that's okay. Only 2 things were okay. First of all, solicited. Sorry, I'm a mess. There's a lot. We're just getting started. All right. Ultraman Ace from Ultraman Ace is Alien Hippolyto, whatever you want to call him. He's an iconic monster from that show.
Hufflepuff and Woozle.
Hufflepuff and Woozle. I can't explain the Ace doll in 30 seconds, Psycho. Sorry, I'm on a time limit. Just go watch the episode.
People keep asking me, and I don't remember that episode. And like, 'cause I haven't watched Ace in years. I haven't gone back.
He also fought Ultra Father. So there's that. He's a P
love
Bandai
that
exclusive.
I love that pose of like, hey, what are you talking about? Like his arms like crossed
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
Love that
he
photo.
is the Fonz. Yes, Small Dream says he uses the doll to threaten humanity, and then he gets decapitated. It has no US P Bandai page, so it might be a retail release in the US, because it does say there is a US release, but it's not on P Bandai yet. So take that as you will. And then the other reveal that was tweeted about was Ultraman Cosmos Lunatype. Not a big surprise, because it's a main Ultra. We're totally going to get.
Well, I'm always surprised this on to make Cosmos.
I mean, they made
Cosmos,
Mabius.
honestly.
I'm happy Cosmos is at least shown. That's one
I
step.
keep forgetting they haven't done a lot of the, such as the Heisei Ultras. And
they've only done the
like,
TVG trilogy and Mabius, and that's it.
So, and
Haven't
show
even touched Agul yet, if I recall.
They haven't even done Agul. They haven't done Hikari. They only did Tsurugi. They haven't touched Nexus yet. There was an image floating around. It was a fake. That there was a Seiho.
Oh, it was
Nexus
a fake.
tease. It was
Damn
a fake.
it.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, there's other stuff for them to do. All right. Let me click away for a moment. Other Tokusatsu. That's what we're at. First of all, my notes are slightly out of order. Was what I want to do. Starting with what got tweeted, and then we'll go into a gallery of non-Sentai Rider Ultra Tokusatsu stuff. That's what we're doing. I'm saying these things out loud because there's a lot of toys, guys. I hate these stupid shows. I gotta be honest. I love seeing all these reveals, but I kind of hate them because I have to cover them.
That they don't have any
here's
actual dates.
Well, it would have been as bad as we're on a time limit.
Yeah, I know. It. Anyways, here's the 20th anniversary edition Garo, confirmed P Bandai because of the box. No word on it actually going up,
US.
or if it'll be on the US site. It looks beautiful.
It's not going to be on the US site.
It might. We got a bunch of Garo apparel. There's a chance.
I mean, if we get it, I'll be happy, but I doubt. I'm pressing.
I mean, if we got the other Garo stuff, why wouldn't we get the figure?
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's just a toss up at the moment, but it looks beautiful. And I love that it comes with a stand. All right. Next up, Wingman from the live action Tokusatsu adaptation of the manga and anime of the same name. He is 12,100 yen for some reason. He's P Bandai
because he's
exclusive to Japan and Asia.
Oh, he's exclusive. Damn it! Because I was gonna get him.
Yeah, and he's a Seiho. Yeah.
Shonen. That's
Well,
it.
Ryan,
I was gonna
remember, they're
get
not
him. Most
airing
TV on
that J
my.
drama anywhere.
He comes with his
Yeah, I
little
guess that's
notebook
what
in his wings. I get
I
why
guess
this
why,
isn't
'cause
coming
not
over. It's
stream-
not a surprise. We're not getting the
Which
show.
is a shame
So,
because
yeah.
which is a shame because I would have just put it. I would put it in my my Shonen Jump shelf because he's a Shonen Jump character.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. He has 17 extra hands.
Like, yeah, at least you're getting a
That's-
lot.
Yeah.
That and the wings are the real reason. It's
I
not
think
just
that
the
makes the
pack.
price worth it. I think that makes price.
Not just
Yeah,
the
That's
yeah,
a good
but
point.
if you-
Psycho O says, "Is this the newest media Seiho to get made?" Yeah, I think so, because it's based on
Yeah,
the live action.
If you
specific.
did get a US release, I would probably buy him because
Yeah.
I like the
I still find
character
it
and
funny how the suit is based on the actual drawings of the cosplay or whatever that the actual author created for
Yeah.
promotions of the manga.
Pretty neat.
which is
All right.
great.
Technically, it's based on a cosplay.
Oh yeah, Wingman. Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Yes.
he looks great, right?
Yes,
I remember reading the manga Gears guy. I really like what I read of the manga.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
shit,
need to go watch Toku.
the anime from the '80s was I discovered it on accident,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is pretty cool.
Maybe we'll get
Shane,
an anime
Shane-
version
It's
later.
made,
I
It'll
would
be
like
cheaper.
that. I would like that.
A shin wingman.
Oh, that'd be fun. But yeah, no,
I
I'd
would
like
like
an
it,
anime
yeah.
style Figuarts. I think that would be maybe more expensive or less expensive as
And
well.
you can get it signed by Vegeta's voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yep.
actually,
that was
Did they actually-
Horikawa's first starring role.
oh really? I didn't know that.
All right. Moving on. They showed the Seiho for Thunder Gridman pending licensor approval, so he's display only. He's not even like approved yet. But they had a Seiho Gridman. This is a Seiho Thunder Gridman.
I mean, if it has pending license approval, I feel like that is gonna be released because why would else? If it's display only, why would that be on there? So,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. It's like the only one that actually says that with these things.
I think usually when there's a pending license approval means that like it's almost finished.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just get it out so people know it's coming.
It's cool they're doing it.
Would this be a separate figure or armor pack? What do you think?
Hopefully a
Gotta see a
separate
fucking
figure, because I
armor
heard
pack.
that when the Ultra Act was an armor pack, it was a problem.
So
Wasn't
the
it?
Ultra Act was sold with a base dummy body.
That's right. But was it good or was it
Was
Would
the
it be
armor
bad?
like?
Would it be
Good?
better as a separate figure is the question.
Because, well, if it... Okay, this is the catch-22. The armor for the original Ultra Act was made really poorly because supposedly there was die-cast parts that broke the figure.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
So, this one, if it's just an armor pack, it could work. However, a separate figure could mean they could actually add stronger joints. But I
That
don't
makes
Yeah.
know.
sense.
I don't know. That means it would be a more
expensive.
pricier figure than being a
Yeah.
add-on pack.
We wait and
We'll have
see.
to wait and see,
Yeah.
but interesting. All right. Now we're gonna go through all the non-writer Toku Figuarts. There's Go on Red, looking pretty. Here's Boone Violet. We didn't get a good look at him before. They didn't tweet like individual photos of him, I don't think. I don't know. I may have missed something. There was a lot of images.
You missed.
Boone Violet looks too thin to me, because his suit is very
Yeah,
padded.
because I think people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he actually looks like a race car driver.
Right.
You know, in the suit.
So he looks
like that
too
they
thin, and he
streamlined
looks
it
the
for the
wrong
figure.
color purple, but they could fix that before releasing it.
Well, he think is that the problem with the photo or the figure? Because I know the color
Yeah,
purple
it's
is
like
pretty
that's a
hard
good
to
toss-up, but yeah, I don't know exactly. Because well, his
I-
controller's a different
I
color
think
than
the
his
figure
body.
fixed the bagginess.
The bagginess is the biggest thing. He needs to be. I think it's using too much Boone Red styling, and he should be because it's a very distinctive look, but he's display only, so we'll see. There's another shot of Garo. He looks beautiful.
I mean, he was part of that countdown thing, so he's probably
Yeah, he's
a
probably
real
happening.
figure.
Garo looks great. Oh, by the way, the name on the Garo, I just want to read it out. It is the SH Figuart Shinkocho Seiho Ongon Kishi Garo Saijima Koga Garo 20th Anniversary version.
Brief.
Commercialization decided. There also is a display-only Tamashii Lab Garo 20th anniversary version of Zaruba, which was the talking Zaruba on the pedestal. It's not like decided they're going to release that, but it'd be a good time to re-release that.
Oh,
I think
you
it's
have
cool.
that?
I have it. Yeah, it was like severely overpriced, but once I got it cheaper on the aftermarket, and it's like really cool. I like it. He talks. He's pretty neat. There's Wingman again. They're also showing I don't think it's a Tamashii item because it doesn't have the Tamashii placard. It's just toy. It says Bandai Toy Department.
Andrew Klein, Thunder Gridman wasn't leaked. That was officially released photos
Yes.
of Thunder Gridman.
the Dream Note and Dream Pen for Wingman as a full-size roleplay version, but it's listed as Bandai Toy Department, not Tamashii Nation, so I don't know what's going on there, but that's a thing. There you go. Here's our look at Ultraman Arc Galaxy Armor, which is confirmed by the commercialization decided tag that it will be an armor set, which makes sense. I have Ultraman Arc. His legs come off. It's all good. Like, you can just be.
Is this the first time we're getting all the forms, like, at least when the show's on, at least the year of the show?
Yep. First time.
Yep.
And
well, I mean, I appreciate
this
when
is retail like the previous 2 packs are.
Yeah, well, I say that, but I know the show will probably be over when this figure come out. But at least it was announced. Like, we got all the forms when the show's airing scenario.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And
it's nice to see for once.
And it's also nice to see they're all armor packs, and it's not like
Double.
Yeah, like Double was like one of those too. All right, Ultraman Zero Wild Burst from the last Ultra Galaxy fight. It's mostly just Zero and Red. But there's that. Mother of Ultra was also shown, which is, I'm pretty sure she's coming out, because why would you not release Mother?
Show. He's a show. Ultra.
AR Arc has 4 forms, 1 base form and 3 armors. Birdron was shown, but looks like more of a static model, so I don't think it's like fully done yet. But there's that.
AKA Testicle Turkey.
Testicle Turkey. Then we had Ginga Victory, which was nice to see.
I hope this one's a real figure, because I love Ginga Victory's design a lot.
And Ultraman Groob, which is, Grubu, is the movie form. Plus we had, what is this guy?
Anymore.
Legion.
Birdron.
What was Birdron? What?
I thought you were talking about the bird kaiju.
Oh, no. I was talking about Legion from Gamera 2. Yeah. I forgot his name for a minute, even though name of the movie. Anyways, that was the other Tokusatsu stuff. Time to go to anime. My God. My God, Bandai. They had no chill this week, guys. They're like, we're going to make your life hell. Just kidding. They do that when they ask for money. Yeah, we're going to have to go... we're going to go into anime. We're going to do Jump anime first. We're going to start with Dragon Ball. And then we'll work our way down from there. That sounds like everything is beneath Dragon Ball, but... I don't know.
Because it is in America.
I mean, I think in a lot of ways Dragon Ball is like, top of the line for a reason. But anyways.
It's the grandfather of everything.
Everything else wouldn't exist without it.
Thank you, Command.
Yeah. And we all have to say thank you, Dr. Slump.
That too.
Yes. I'm going to get all the official images up first. No, I don't even fit all the official images. My God. Let's just go. Yeah, no, we're just going to go this far, and then I'll just get the next batch, because I don't want to crash my stream. All right, here we go. SH Figuarts for anime. First of all, there's a Tamashii store exclusive Super Saiyan 2 Son Goku. Most people will never be able to own this, so we're just gonna say cool.
Why they keep making this store exclusive? I hate that.
Wait, guys, it's just a reissue. It's just a reissue of the SDCC. Nothing changed.
I know, but still,
why is he ever a weird exclusive, not just a head swap? All right. For Dragon Ball Daima, they showed Glorio, they showed Pansy, and they showed mini Kaioshin. The funny part is we don't have regular Kaioshin.
Yeah. Also, you can really tell these are just very much early prototypes, because when you look at Pansy, she's clear a statue because her joints look fused.
Yeah, her joints are fused. Yeah, she's just a sculpt.
Yep.
And they're all pending licensor approval.
I hope Glorio comes with his cool magic effects he showcased in the newest episode. Because those magic effects are so cool.
We also have Super Saiyan Mini Goku.
Oh, I love how Super Saiyan Goku looks.
Mini Goku looks adorable. He's so cool. All right, next up, Gintoki from Gintama, making another new Figuarts line. He's coming out in May. He's confirmed. Not fully solicited yet, but confirmed.
I'm glad. Yeah, we have a full promo photo, so he's confirmed. I'm very happy to see another Jump protagonist. I'm curious how his arm works, because he has the whole... Because he does
his
the thing
sleeve
like
has a joint on it.
Yeah, I'm curious how that works.
I imagine it's like Ultraman Arc, where everything below the elbow just juts out, and then you just slap another one on.
Yeah, because I know that was the problem with Figuarts Dachi, because Dachi just the same pose, but you do that with Dachi, the sleeve would just be a posing because the way I'll stitch scenario. So this looks really great. It was great to see Gintoki. Gintama was so great. It's
all right. Next up, we
shit post
have
anime.
What's his name? Kyojiro Rengoku from Demon Slayer.
From Demon Slayer.
Yep. I mean that kind of just falls in line with the Demon Slayer line. Looks good.
The cape looks well engineered because the Demon Slayer line uses all plastic cloth, but it looks like it's like has a hinge joint near the neck area, so it will get out of the way with poses. So that looks great. Plus, it's removable, unlike Law.
Yep. And speaking of One Piece, Blackbeard. I'm not gonna lie, guys. He was never on my list.
Really? Because he's like one of the big villains.
He is a big villain, but I hate this guy. I don't know if I want to spend the money on him, but I kind of want to get him because I'm surprised they're actually making Blackbeard. It's like the same problem I'll run into if they make Doflamingo. I'm like, I kind of hate this guy, but like.
But Doflamingo is a good villain. He's such a bastard of a villain.
But
also, what's nice about Blackbeard, they finally listed. He has a cloth cape, unlike poor Long Kid.
Yes.
It's funny how Ode is the only. It's funny how Ode is the only shonen mangaka who can actually make his villains like so scummy that you don't want their merchandise.
Oh no, there's I don't know, Makima from Demon Slayer.
Makima from Chainsaw Man. She's up there, but like she's up there. I mean,
she is up there. I hate her.
I think she's the worst, but. The thing is, the rest of the Chainsaw Man villains to me are just kind of weak sauce because of how awful she is.
You know what? What's the funniest thing? All I can think now is we finally complete what I dubbed the Jump Force villain trio. Because in that game, the only villains you fight constantly are Frieza, Toshiro from Yu Yu Hakusho, and Blackbeard.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, MJ Klein. They are missing the clown from One Piece. Where is my Buggy figure? It is
where is Buggy?
God, he's just so perfect for toys. You can pull him apart. Anyways, Blackbeard. I will probably end up buying him though because I'm kind of.
I mean, first villain. Second villain. I forgot.
I am fully in on One Piece figures. So like, it's like, what am I gonna do? It's not like Kaido King of Beasts where he's so unreasonably large. But what was that, Wheels?
I'll be back. I gotta go grab dinner.
Yeah, that
sounds good. All right. Next up. You guys are just gonna see my notes.
For the interview at the end of the show.
Yeah, make sure to check out the interview post show. We will
double confirm for sure. All right, here is what I was hoping for from the show. This is the least surprising reveal, but also the one I wanted the most to happen.
Romance
we have
East Blue, Sanji.
We have East Blue, Sanji, and Usopp. We can't say Romance Dawn; they weren't in the Romance Dawn arc.
I know, but still,
East Blue.
They go with them.
Sanji and Usopp completing our East Blue arc characters. Because look at that. That's beautiful.
It's so nice if I have a complete crew of Straw Hats.
I know.
At least a complete crew of that of a specific era.
Yeah, of a specific era together. I'm happy with this. Please keep going. Give us Chopper, give us Nami, or give us Robin, give us,
So, how do you want them to handle Chopper? Do you want him to just be a pack-in like Thief and such with Robin or another character, for example?
I think he could be packed in with Robin. I think.
I mean, I don't know. Robin. I think Robin. I feel like.
I don't know.
You want to do her powers. But I was saying, do you want?
He can't pack Chopper in with Frankie. And nor could you pack. Could you pack him in with Brooke?
Brooke's skinny enough.
Maybe.
Because I feel like I don't think.
Or they'll just release Chopper like they've been doing with the Daima guys. I don't know. Like,
I guess because I feel like Robin, because Luffy has main character status where he would, they would make a special pack for him, but I don't think Robin.
I think Robin needs to come with like at least the arm where it's like 4 arms in one elbow.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do a special pack for Robin, so I feel like they're gonna make her. Like
AR says make a chop. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Make a 2-pack, big Chopper, small
big
Chopper.
Yeah,
just put Chopper with his forms. Yeah, that would be do it. You just do like heavy point plus regular Chopper. That would be a way to do it. I'm very happy about this. These look great. These look stellar. They also did post the picture of them on the display.
My hope with Sanji is I hope he becomes a cooking accessory, like a cooking accessories with
like a frying pan.
I would like that frying pan, I want that to make him like unique from the Wano Sanji.
They also have this cool merry-go display for all of them, which just looks really cool. Sell me the boat. All right. The reveal of the show, though, for me was this, which I kind of knew was coming, but like seeing it was another thing. It is SH Monster Arts Stardust Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, my beloved. Look at him; he's so beautiful.
I keep forgetting how spindly he is.
He's so spindly. Here's the thing. Remember, he's made from a bunch of junk, and he lives in a colony where everybody's poor and fighting for food. Of course, he's a skinny boy.
Yeah, but I'm
my
just
poor
hoping
anemic dragon.
I do hope he's like stable because I'm a bit worried that those giant wings. I know all these the dragons come with stands.
They come with stands,
thankfully.
yeah.
I do hope like he can support his own weight scenario.
I'm also glad he's not a Rebel Tech. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm so happy that Monster Arts got him.
Well, because I mean, to be fair, the only Rebel Tech monster we got are humanoid ones like Junkwar or Neos. So that's that's good. That's to be fair. But he looked. I mean, hey, you're used. You can have the complete set. Yeah, Playmate Spike, Rebel Tech, Yusei,
Junk
Monster
Synchron, Junk Warrior, and Stardust.
Us.
Yep.
The complete display.
I'm so happy. This is my favorite reveal by far. I love him so much. He's so cool. I can't wait. He's gonna be so expensive, but I don't even care. I'm just like, nope.
Sounds gonna be like that old grandma during Christmas shopping that's gonna go, like fight you to get in front of the line of the pre-orders for this thing.
Slipped into the Robot Spirits display at Tamashii Nation was a Lacus Klein or Lacus Klein Gundam Seed Freedom Figuart of her in her insane pilot suit.
Say, is this a pilot suit or like a Yu-Gi-Oh? She looks like some kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh or Xenoblade character.
She does, but this is her pilot suit for the Mighty Fight Strike Freedom sequence.
Do the wings do anything?
No, the wings are just there to make her look cute. Okay, it was one of the dumbest things. Oh, I forgot about the tease. I'm so sorry. I forgot about it in the notes.
Wait, was there a tease?
There was a tease for an SH Figuarts Yami Yugi.
Was it? Oh my god!
To put it in the notes. I saw it.
Thank God. If that's the case, thank God I don't have to buy the Rebel Tech figure.
Exactly.
For my shonen
it may be in this gallery we're about to look at, though. So let's look at the gallery. Okay.
That's the best. That sounded the best announcement.
All right. Here is our Jump Anime SH Figuarts gallery. So first of all, there's that Goku that we wish we could just buy normal. Here's Goma from Daima, now with joints. So that's a sign he might actually exist.
I hope that yeah, he's actual figure, not just display only.
Yep, we got a best selection Super Saiyan Goku, which we commercialization's been decided. There's Blackbeard.
Well, a best selection. That means it's probably gonna be
affordable.
It's right because that's the Awakening Super Saiyan. That's great to hear because that mold's fantastic. I'm glad more people can get that now. Now
Blackbeard is. I'm getting more sold on Blackbeard the more I see him because I'm like he's such a good figure.
It's a big guy, big gut.
Big guy, big gut.
That's
right. Blackbeard is confirmed for release already. He's going to be retail in June.
Yeah, that promo. I mean, he had that promo photo.
Right. Well, not just Sanji and Usopp don't have dates yet, but what I mean is Teach actually has a date, a price. I don't know when he goes for pre-order, but he's going to be June for 26,400 yen.
Oh, that's a big boy.
That's a big boy. That is Kaido prices.
I mean, they're probably the same size.
About the same size. All right. Oh God, Muteki, you're right. I got 6 minutes. Keep going. Egghead Luffy, he just went for pre-order. Actually, it's funny because he goes up on Ami Ami right when I have to start this interview. I'll just
how much? How many? Question. How much do we have left?
I'm gonna go quick. Here we go. There's a figure of Zero Luffy, a Kobe, some Saint Seiya stuff. I'm gonna blow through this in the next 10 minutes. That's what we're doing. Here's Stardust Dragon. I
don't want you to lose. I don't want you to lose breath. I was gonna suggest do a poll.
All we got left is the movie stuff and the robots after this. So,
do you have enough energy? Because I don't want you to lose breath.
I got enough energy. I can do it. Stardust Dragon. They showed him with 3 stand arms. That's what I wanted to point out here. They actually have unique clips for his wings, so that's rad.
That's nice.
Oh, here's the Yugi tease. Ta-da! I knew I left. I remembered. I did not forget to put it in the notes.
Oh, that's great. I can put it in my shonen shelf. I can put it in my shonen shelf and not buy the Rebel Tech. Thank God. Especially how you say, well, better than Jaden, so that's a lot of the same problems. Thank God I don't want to buy the big yards. I mean, sorry, Rebel Tech Yugi. They showcased prototypes before.
Yep. There's a casual tire Anya Forager from Spy Family.
That's coming out already. That's coming.
Yep. Confirmed for November.
December. November, yeah. Then
Yep.
Momo and Momo and Okaran for Dandadan.
Yep.
They're coming December. I think Momo's like
January.
November, January. Okay, I was thinking
Plus some
January.
Figuarts Zeros for them. There's Todoroki. We've talked about him before. He's coming out. Aki, we've talked about him as well. We already talked about what's his name, Kyojiro. There's also this guy. Display only Akaza. Akaza,
he's a demon.
Demon Slayer.
Akaza from Demon Slayer. He's a demon. He's the first villain, which is nice to see already. Yeah, villain. Demon Slayer.
Bleach Figuarts Zero or Ishida. Some magical girl looking character.
I'm not familiar with those. They put in the jump, but I don't recognize these characters, so I'm not sure. I think someone misplaced these characters.
All right, let's do the non-jump anime real quick. It's not much.
Anime. Jump and other anime, aka like one other. Because other ones are video games.
Main character from Memorize? Is that the
Metaphor? Rafanzu.
Yeah.
This is the protagonist, Will. Which thank God it's not Figma. I am so tired of Figma Atlas characters.
Right, Persona games we get Figmas. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you. I'm glad it's
night-looking thing is rad.
That's Sam. That is Sam from Honkai Star Rail.
Cool.
That's their Kamen Rider homage character, pretty much.
He looks really cool.
We
also got a new Guts. It's like classic.
Which looks a lot better. Yeah, that's like classic. That looks a lot better than the first. Than the first Guts they released.
We've also got Casca, Band of Hawks,
which is great to see.
And a Proplica weird freaking face thing. What the Crimson Bee Hellet?
I think that's from
Behelit. Yeah, it is. The Behelit. That's the thing that.
Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Ham. He's got a cloth jacket, and he's got a Spider-Ham that's actually posed for once. Display
is he
only,
posed?
Yeah.
Is he posed? Because I thought
he's not posable. The promotional image they showed of him, he was standing still. This one, he's actually.
I think he might be like.
So
I think he might be like
multiple parts.
I think it's gonna be like characters like Thief, where it's gonna be multiple parts and such like that.
And then those are not Figuarts, and we're not talking about them. All right, moving on.
But I'm afraid that's a spoiler for people who not play Honkai Star. I'm not gonna spoil it for people who not play that game.
Okay.
So what's next?
Movies? Next up, we had the notes that I had to make sure to specify, so I didn't think they were duplicated. It's the movie figures, which are a mix of crazy things. I'm impressed that Figuarts is still finding territories to expand into, because it's honestly like impressive that they're still expanding properties. Like they're not like
I think it helps. I think it helps that I don't think there's any master toy licenses for these next two brands right now, because I think McFarlane has made statues for these two brands, but I don't think figures.
Mm-hmm.
No, like McFarlane's releasing like those foreign figures for the anime movie, but that's it. But these are like in that like 1/12 scale. So we got
Figuarts movies. We got Harry Potter and Voldemort, which are based from Goblet of Fire. So
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, there's those. We got a new Obi-Wan Kenobi based on A New Hope, where he's fully cloth robed on the outside now. He's still got plastic robes on the inside, which I think is fine. This is a 1.5, so they're calling it the classic version. Next up, we have the
Mateki, stop playing the time. Don't stress Soundout out, please.
The time is starting to stress me a little bit, so
yeah.
I lost a link. Hold on. I think I somehow double loaded a Lord of the Rings instead of loading Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, where'd you go?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, your only hope.
We lost Obi-Wan, guys. There's also Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan coming out. That's that. All right. In a weird one, it's Jackie Chan from Police Story. Can we also get Michelle Yeoh from Police Story 3 Super Cop? That'd be cool.
Where's my Jackie Chan Adventures figure?
You get that when Sony decides you can do that.
I thought that was WB for that cartoon.
Maybe it was. I know it aired on Kids WB, but I don't know who actually owns it. All right. In the world of things that are going up for pre-order or soon, Frodo and Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I think Frodo's feet look horrifying with the Figuarts joints in them.
They look like One Piece feet. They have them One Piece feet proportions.
Got them One Piece feet proportions. Gollum also looks to be mostly static with some alternate parts. Maybe not. I think actually static. I think he just has articulation. Yeah, he just has articulation. To go alongside them, Aragorn is also happening, which is cool. So there is that. He's got a big old cloth cape, which is neat. And then they've already said that they've decided they're going to be releasing Legolas as well. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, going alongside this, the reason why we're doing Lord of the Rings stuff is War of the Rohirrim is coming out this month or next month.
Next month.
It's an anime film in the Lord of the Rings universe. Here is protagonist A and protagonist B. I didn't care to remember their names because I haven't seen the movie yet, but it looks cool.
Anime husbando B and anime waifu C.
There you go. All right, and then adding to this, we have a gallery for movie figures. That's Obi-Wan. MJ Klein said Sony WB just had rights to the show after that was Cartoon Network and Jetix, so Sony does own it.
Okay.
There's Harry. There's Baldy. Oh, they have the freaking Hungarian horntail on display because I guess Figuarts is just loving making dragons right now. They're like, let's do the one from Harry Potter. Okay, it's a monster art even.
I'm surprised they don't. I'm surprised Bandai didn't have the Monster Hunter license. Honestly, then.
I'm surprised too. I thought they did. They did do monster arts for Monster Hunter.
Did
just
they?
didn't do many of them. They only did a couple.
Yeah.
Here's Obi-Wan young with a new cloth robe. There's Obi-Wan old.
I like the way you say it. They sound like sparking
zero characters. Yeah. There's Frodo and Gollum.
Now we need Obi-Wan mid.
Yeah, we need mid Obi-Wan. It's from the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
Anime husband OB, anime waifu C, Venom. He's already been out for pre-order. There's Jackie Chan. I love the display where he's he's doing the gag with the umbrella on the Tamashii bus.
Oh yeah, Venom, the ultimate anime husband.
Let's see. And that was everything there. Cool, done. All right. Robot time, guys. We're almost there. We're like this close.
Robots.
I dedicated myself to doing this. And we're gonna it's the last. We got 3 more links. And trust me, the last 3 links will be like super speed because I don't have the energy to remember everything that's in it because I only follow certain mecha. So boom, Tamashii Nations Mecha. Okay, first of all, Kunio Okawara designed a transforming robot Mickey Chogokin figure. Thank you, Okawara, for always giving us
the final weapon of the mouse.
Also, happy birthday, Mickey.
I mean, the best part is welcome back, Robotech.
Yep. Also, welcome back, Disney Mecha.
Because he literally transforms like Kabutak, like just doing the cartwheel.
All right. Next up, we have. Okay, I just wanted to show this because it's insane. They have a Robot Spirits Side MS Big Zam that is $500. It's on premium. I keep wanting to say premium Bandai. It's on premium Bandai, including premium Bandai US. It has insane amounts of lights and projections, and I'm just like, man, Bandai, you went pretty hard with this. Like, they were like, it's $500, and then they showed this video, and I was like, oh, I get it now. It's massive, and it has a crazy light kit in it that it like projects stuff. It looks
all
cool.
I can think of when I see Big Zam is he's usually the giant big boss in all the Gundam Breaker games where he's like stupidly big.
It's a really easy big boss to use. All right, let's go through the first part of Gundam stuff. We have Metal Build Exia. This is a Metal Build Burning Gundam, or God Gundam, which actually has an alternate arm that lets him use the Dragon Gundam's arm, which is kind of weird, but I kind of dig it. Like, is he going to have parts of his friends so he can, like, armor up so they don't have to make, like, everybody? I don't know, kind of neat. We got another Crossbone Gundam for Metal Build. We've got another Zeta Gundam for Metal Build, which is 44,000 yen. That's why I don't buy these. We've got another. Which Exia is this? This is another Exia.
Is that the movie one?
It's from OOV, the manga.
Oh, okay.
It's the it's the Quant Full Saber, and then there's a separate option set as well. Here's a Death Scythe Hell, which is looking nutty. That's the EW version. A Zaku Desert Type, a Zaku Half Canyon, a Zaku a Goof Real Type Color. They have a freaking space colony of a Side 7, like a Side 7 model that has lights and stuff and sounds too. It's bonkers. That actually is kind of neat. Then we got a Sharzaku here for Fixed Figuration Metal Composite. All right, part 2. We have the Big Zam, which they actually showed the parts breakdown, which I thought was kind of neat. They're like, look at the layers of this thing. It's bonkers. Like if you're a big Robot Spirits collector,
I love my mecha onions.
yes,
That's all I can think
$500.
of.
Layers.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I can think of when I see like diagrams. It's like wow, lovely onion.
Ogres are like
Multiple layers.
onions. Yeah.
You know,
Pretty much
once
all
it's
they say.
mass produced.
All right. There's also a set of balls. Commercialization has been decided on balls. Also, you can get a Rick Dom to fight your balls and a core booster to fly alongside your balls.
Alcon
You stand up all night with that one.
I want Muteki to clip that. Prototype Rick Diaz, Robot Spirits, Kaz Signature, New Gundam, which that is the one that's the statue, I believe. There's another Zeta Gundam option set for Kaz Signature, Robot Spirits, another Mega Launcher for the Double Zeta, the Hyper Giga Cannon, some SD thingamadoos. Here is what is this thing? The Gabaldi B. Here is another weird color of the RX-78 that's like eco colored or something. There's a Rick Diaz. There's a thing that looks like the Rick Diaz. Oh, it's the prototype Rick Diaz. That would explain it. Here is the very famous Atherin Zagok from Seed Freedom.
he went to the gym.
He did, and he has, and also his weapons pack. And there's also the Infinite Justice that lives within his, the Sword Impulse Gundam. I was thinking of the Infinite Justice. It's the Sword Impulse Gundam Spec 2, and the Blast Impulse Gundam Spec 2. Just all the stuff from Seed Freedom. There's the Destiny. There's the Strike Freedom. There's the Destroy Gundam. That's the Legend. The Destroy's the big one. And then we got more weapon packs, more weapon packs, more weapon packs. G Self Perfect Pack. That's pretty neat. As well as the G Arcane Full Dress. All right, next page has got Gundam Universe and Super Alloy. It's in Shikoku.
Yeah, props to Gundam Yosuke going on, so give props to that line.
I'm impressed too. We have the Gundam RX-78 F00. This is the one that was based on the Moving Gundam. The E-Type, which is the open air version. That's like a different concept art. It's Shigoken. Commercialization decided. Also a Robot Spirits of that same design. The Robot Spirits Gundam X from Requiem from Vengeance, which is... this is a Shigoken Gundam X from Requiem of Vengeance. Not to be confused with the Gundam X from Gundam X. There is a Black Tryon 3 Solo Shigoken because they're doing the regular Tryon. We also have Gundam Universe RX-78-2 Renewal that looks like it took everything that Gundam Universe has learned since the first wave and actually made a much better figure out of it.
I really should pick out one of these Gundam Universe figures one day because they do look like nice figures.
This one has the Gundam Hammer included, which is nice as well.
They're Tamashii figures, right? Not Bandai America?
Yeah, they are Tamashii figures. They're just like made like Bandai America figures, but they are Tamashii. Here is a renewal version of the Gundam Unicorn that also comes with a new weapon as well. His bazooka also looks much better. They really have like upped the engineering on these.
I mean, that line came out like 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years. Yeah. Adding to that, there is also a God Gundam renewal version, which I might pick up because the God Gundam regular one is kind of a armor clasher in terms of articulation. Then we have the Barbatos renewal version. They're basically just redoing all the main Gundams. I guess that's what I'm realizing now.
I guess the line's all enough where they can do 2.0s now.
Yep, and they come with different weapons because the Barbatos original came with the hammer. This one comes with the gun. So like that's kind of a there's reason for both to exist kind of thing. There's also the Epion, which is new. What?
Have they done any of the build series in the Gundam Universe line yet, or not?
They haven't touched any of the build series yet.
I hope they do that because
yeah,
because I love Gundam. I do really like Gundam, but I'm not enough to buy kits constantly. So I feel like the Universe line is something I should pick up more of.
Plus, their larger figures are pretty good. I got their Suzabi. It was like solid. The Epion is going to finish out our Wing, at least the main Gundams from Wing. And then the Wing Zero is going to start the version 2 of the main Gundams. And then there also was this crazy combining Shigoken SD Gundam thing. Yeah. All right. Last tab is every other robot thing. Some Macross thing. The Super Lucifer. The Excalibur
Oh
Neki
no!
special.
Oh, something worse than Lucifer. Super Lucifer.
We got like a classic looking Valkyrie. We've got some Dumbine robots. Some Aura Battlers here. Pretty cool. I'm just kind of glossing over this so people know they exist. We got another Votom's armored trooper that's not a scope dog variant, which is nice. I forgot the name of this one. What is this one called? Oh, Bloodsucker. God, I love Votom's. They have mecha called Bloodsucker and Scope Dog. It is the coolest show ever.
It really is.
There also is the fatty from something. I don't know what that's from, but it's the high metal R fatty. And then here's Mickey Mouse's Kabutek form.
High metal fatty. That reminds me.
It looks like something from like Where Are You Going? When Are You Coming Home? The name of the show. Or
It's
I do like that Mickey. He looks friend.
Bandai Spirits. What?
Yeah, it doesn't tell you the series. The thing is, the Figuarts tend to tell you what they're from better. But
Which
this
is annoying,
Mickey
but
does
I
look
do-
nice.
He looks friend. He looks like he does look like a mascot, like pal around RPG.
Destroid.
Fully articulated fingers too. I think.
Oh, okay, Mickey put the bird finally.
Maybe, I don't know. It looks like it. Maybe might just be the detailing. Don't take my word for it. Someone buy it and tell us. With a picture of him flipping the bird. Here is a.
I just put our Discord link in the description.
Oh, that's also from Votom's, the fatty.
Oh, it is also from Votom's? Okay, I just didn't remember it. I kind of don't remember it when it doesn't have a cool name like Bloodsucker.
Yeah, but it's so simple. The fatty, I love it.
Yep. Soul Chigoken Grandizer from Grandizer U. Most likely you'll be able to buy this in countries you can't watch the show. Let's see. Then we got the Grandizer. What is this? The Spazer set for Grandizer U, which is the giant, crazy backpack thing.
I hate that word. I hate that word. Spazer? One more. That sounds like a slur. I like
know.
saying it.
Just like I felt like fatty sounded like a slur, but that's what the robot's called.
Fatty's just fat.
There also is
I call hamsters fatties when they look fat.
That's fair. Okay, apparently Mazinger Z is in Grandizer U because he's on display here.
And look at you! Look at you, Mr. Weeb, calling him Mazinger Z.
I'm sorry. The reason why I call it Mazinger Z instead of Mazinger Z is because I sing the theme song a lot to myself to make myself feel better. And if I try to say Mazinger Z, it sounds wrong. But it's like you saw Mazinger Z. Sounds great. So here's Mazinger Cross from Grandizer. I'm kidding. Mazinger X from Grandizer U.
If you play the game, it's dubbed.
Yeah.
The Grandizer game for PS4, and Koji's in it with a British accent. Yeah.
It's the UK dub of all
Koji has a British accent. Yeah, like what?
British Koji.
Is it British or Xenoblade?
Maybe Xenoblade. Here's a bunch of versions of Mazinger Zets and stuff. Here's a Shinkalion guy in Soul Chigoken.
That's the main mech. That's a
Hayabusa.
I think that's the main mech of Shinkalion.
Here's a blue dude. What's blue dude's name? Ryuko-O. No idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say Ryuko?
Yeah.
Those look familiar. I feel like I've seen that design before.
He looks cool.
I can't read it, but I like the design.
Here was one I thought was cool because they were like, look how cool the vehicle modes are. It's Volfog, Gundober, and Gunglue in Soul Chigoken, which of course is the three components of Big Volfog.
Not surprised that's like the next one they might do because he's just really short Ryujin. So like, it's great to see Big Vol. It's good to see a Volfog that isn't like a brick when you transform him.
It's nice. I will not buy it because I told myself I have to stay out of Soul Chigoken Gal Gaigar, and because they're making a high grade Choryujin, I think there'll probably be a high grade.
Yeah. It's a classic. Okay, so you have to stick to one line scenario.
Yep. And then here is Voltes V Legacy version Soul Chigoken. It's the actual Chigoken model of like, here's all the diecast or something. I don't know. It's all silver. And then the craziest reveal of the entire show.
Super chat from Mateki. Blue Dude, we call him
Vmon.
Vmon.
Yes.
He does look at Digimon.
Or you call him Rumble or Frenzy, depending on when you grew up with Transformers. Mr. Jayhound said Ryuko is a Super Robot Wars mecha, can transform into a tigerish form and a dragon form.
That's where I recognize
That's
it.
cool.
That's why I was like, wait, Ryuko from.
And then rounding
really
this
cool,
all
by the
out with
way.
the craziest reveal of the show, the train from Back to the Future 3 in Shigoken.
Is there a DeLorean we can destroy with it?
I don't think so, but there should be. That's kind of amazing. Oh, sorry, it keeps going. Here's Gold Lighten in a new version. I think he's coming out. Oh, he's coming out in December. He's not new.
Oh, shout out! You can put Gold Light in your versus video coming up.
Well, I wasn't doing Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
But part of the versus series.
I could add it if I'll add it in the sequel if the video does well. And then there is a Mecha plus I Axios. I've never heard of this line before. Girl, dog, robot, dog. That's what I'm looking at. And apparently the girl and the dog are robot or SH Figuarts. I mean,
reminds me of King Ganger. Reminds me of King Ganger.
Yeah. And that's it. That's Tamashii Nation 2024. We survived.
I like the dog.
It's a brand new line. Okay, thank you, Small Dream. I knew I hadn't heard of it before.
I like the designs. I don't know. It reminds me of Xenoblade. Cool. I like it.
Nothing beats a robot dog. Nothing beats a robot dog. Signed, a Cashern fan. Anyways. Oh, Blader, that's a good point. We should get a Transformer that Back to the Future train.
By the way,
yes.
At some point, Soundout, I'm gonna have to show you Ryuko and Koryu and Super Robot their attacks.
Cool.
That being said, we have stuff to talk about. Let me pull up let me promote the stuff.
Well, let's promote your thing, and then we'll promote the Hero Club thing last because that's the big event.
Promote your stuff first while I pull this up so I can get.
Hey, you can follow me at Darko643 on YouTube and Blue Sky. I do art like the one you see is very channel. Want any? Feel free to DM me near Blue Sky or Sound Disco Pro on the link in the description below. Chaos, what do you do tomorrow?
I stream King of Fighters 15. Still, because my new job, which I started today, doesn't impede that at all. Really, just maybe by a half hour. 4:30 p.m.
One day, Chaos had to stream Watton's class.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch.tv/fighter Chaos King of Fighters.
What are the videos for this week? Sound out.
So for this week, we got some cool videos coming up. On Wednesday, will be a review of Media Blaster's Kamen Rider Trilogy Blu-ray of Shin, Zeto, and Jay. Full in-depth video. You're gonna learn everything you need to know in one video. And then Friday's video to celebrate the physical release of the...
As we jokingly teased
like a minute ago. On Friday's video is going to be a video similar to how I did like the X-Men team completion, but it's a lot more straightforward and has more like guardrails, so I don't have to go crazy. But I'm going to go over X-Men Show the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, Marvel's Capcom 2, their rosters, what exists in current 6-inch action figure form for
with some exceptions.
With some exceptions, some other mentions. But we're going to go through each game's roster, and we're going to cut off at MVC2 because I think that'll make for a full video for sure. Doing all.
And the video does well, if that video does well, Sal will do a sequel video talking about MVC3, Infinite, and maybe Tatsunoko because that is part of the Versus series.
It is. So it'll be more of that. Mr. Jayhound, I will be getting the Kamen Rider V3 Discotek release. They haven't charged me for it yet. They haven't shipped it yet, so it will be coming, and I'll do a video on it when I get it.
Sound, you forgot one thing about that video. Where's the Punisher in that list?
Oh, I thought about doing that, but then
honestly, I think most of the figures are in Legends in that game.
That's true. Maybe I need to go add Punisher.
Might as
well. If I'm doing everything else for the thing, let me.
There you go.
I'm gonna go add that to my notes. Remind me why do I have 31 Why do I have 25 Blue Sky notifications? Sorry. Anyways, I'll go investigate that. What happened on Blue Sky? I think it's because Blue Sky sends me a notification each time somebody likes a post.
Yeah, they do.
So it's every like gets a post. I need to see if I can change that. All right. So big deal. The reason why we're kind of rushing our way out of here is because I need to go eat, recover, and then set up another live stream because Switch screens here. Kyle Wodaga from Super 7 is being interviewed by Hero Club tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is in 99 minutes. My God, I have things to do. But come join us. Come hang out. If you don't catch the live stream, it will
Kaus
be...
will be there. I wouldn't be there, but Kaus will. Say hi
Kaus
to
will be
Kaus.
there in the chat.
Yeah, I'll be...
We will take questions from the chat. It's going to be a good time. Please come hang out. Please come check out. We're doing live interviews are tricky, so I really appreciate if you guys go hang out with us.
If you want any questions, you have any specific questions for Kyle Woka, make sure to not DM
at Hero Club on social media if you want a question, or
on
more
our Blue Sky
specifically,
and
since
Twitter.
you're already on YouTube, leave a comment on the Hero Club stream video if you want a question asked and you can't be there live. We will be taking questions.
If you can't be there live, go at the Hero Club Twitter and Blue Sky. If you can't make it to the live stream, but still want to have a question to Kyle Woka, feel free to do that.
I can see the tweets too. So
yes,
actually,
so either at Hero Club or post in the YouTube link I just sent, and we can get questions answered. Kyle works on all the Super 7 Ultimates lines, as far as we know. So, ask questions, ask away. Join us for that. In the meantime, otherwise, same normal stream time next week. We'll do our normal show. We'll probably go a
for
bit
anybody.
Yes.
Here's the Hero Club Blue Sky. So for people who can't make it, there it is.
And then we got the Twitter as well.
I'm getting that right now. I agree.
Cool. All right. I just don't want to close the stream out before you get it done.
I'm getting that right now. I had to open Twitter back up again. I had it open.
Yeah. I know this was fast going through all the Tamashii stuff, but there was no other way to do it without us going bonkers insane because they showed so much stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. Hope you guys will enjoy the videos this week. I will be back next week. We'll all be back next Monday. Same sound time, same sound channel, but you don't have to go that long without seeing us because we'll be on other streams this week on other channels.
Do you have any? Do you have a member? Because do you have any member streams?
I will schedule a member stream once I figure out when I'm seeing Wicked and Moana, because I'm gonna see Wicked this weekend, and I think we're going to see Moana the next weekend, so it kind of books out Sundays. I'll figure something out. We'll figure out a member stream because I think Sunday worked out really well. I just need to coordinate when I'm going to stuff. So. On that note, please join us for the Kyle Wodaga interview. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.